Hey guys, this is SansCorpsTarot, and today I have a pick a group reading for you guys all about your relationship with your future spouse. So, we have 3 groups for you. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. We will be looking at, first we will get messages just about, we'll get messages about person A's energy in the connection and then person B's energy. And I'll be doing it that way so that you guys can sort of decide for yourself who you resonate with, if either of them you do. And if you don't resonate with either person A or person B's energy, either it could be an energy that you'll be in eventually or you're in the process of being in, or it could just be the wrong pile for you guys, which is completely okay. Maybe there's another pile for you, maybe there isn't, but just take what resonates, listen to whatever basically will not make you comment something about how it like went wrong or something, or how like you didn't like something, you can, yeah, just exactly take what you want to take and don't take what you don't want to take. So anyway, we'll be looking at person A's energy, person B's energy, then the energy of the connection, and then we'll be looking at, your daily life with your future spouse, your physical life with your future spouse, aka, like your intimate life, which those segments may be 18 plus. And then we'll also be looking at your guys' love languages respectively, person A's love language, person B's love language, and then we'll be looking at how your family sees them and how their family sees you. So it's going to be pretty in-depth, as you can see. I'm super excited. So I'll show you the piles up close. Pile 1 has this little picture. Pile 2 has this little picture. Pile 3 has this little picture. I think it's that way. Oh my god, no, it's this way. It's a horse. Alright guys. I'll see you guys in your reading. Bye. Okay, for anyone who didn't actually just go to their pile, if you want a quick tip on how to choose your pile, you just meditate on the energy of however you feel like your relationship with your future spouse will feel like, and then just go to whatever pile you feel like would have that energy. So that could be, maybe the colors of the pictures, maybe a little feature that you notice, just sort of anything that you feel like you could relate to, how you always envision your relationship with your future spouse or life partner in general would feel like or would be like. So yeah, okay, bye. Hey pile 1, if you guys chose this little picture, this will be your pile all about your relationship with your future spouse. So let's get it started. So first, person A is represented by levitation, higher ground, belief, mastery, meditation. I had always read it as meditation, but for some reason in this moment I was like, oh my god, is that mediation? And I had to double check, but nope, meditation. And then person B, we have herbal craft. Person B is represented by herbal craft, regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, bloomer. So these two are very similar to me because they're both about growth. This is sort of more about, internal mental growth, and this is more about actionable growth. Potions, physically taking things from the earth and that you have at your disposal in your kitchen or, the grocery store or wherever you get things to herbally craft with, and then making something from that, making something happen. A spell is something when you take physical ingredients and then do something to manipulate those physical ingredients to sort of inspire a similar morph or transformation in your physical life in some way. So it's, you make a spell and then, you find love or something, or your finances increase. But so they have very similar energies to me. like same soul, or you know, same sort of root, but just different external appearance. That's really what it is. And their connecting energy is mantra medicine. So their connecting energy is just that. Command, song, incantation, containment. So containment is ironic because I'm getting the opposite of containment, you know. Both these energies are sort of focusing on actively doing something to prevent containment. So this is someone, levitation, this is someone who is actively looking inward so intensely that they sort of transcend from, you know, this mental plane. And then this is someone who physically makes a concoction to inspire something to happen in real life. Mantra medicine, they're both doing something on purpose to make something else happen. And so for person A, we have the Five of Cups, and then the Four of Cups, which is interesting because immediately when this Five of Cups came out, I got that I felt like it was similar to the Four of Cups, because, you know, it's the energy of someone both having a lot to see, having a lot that they've already seen, having a lot that they could see in front of them but that they don't, and having a lot of things that they've actively rejected and that they want to reject and that they know that they want to reject. It's a complex energy, honestly, guys. This is someone who has had a complex past, probably with relationships and emotional connections in general. So things like familial relationships, maybe co-worker relationships, romantic relationships, platonic relationships, everything like that. You know, maybe they've had difficulties in one of those areas, and most of those areas, and some of those areas. We also have death, but this is someone who, you know, I think that this is someone who was very quick to cling on to people. You know, I don't know who is person A, who is person B, but I don't want to offend anyone, but I feel like this is someone who honestly, you know, in the past, maybe it was just when they were young, but I feel like at some point in their life, they had a lack mindset. They felt like they would not ever meet any friend, they would not meet any significant other. You know, they thought that, you know, their parents would you know, disown them if they found something out about them or something. You know, they really felt like they could have easily been abandoned, or they felt like they really there was a lack mindset when it came to these connections. You know, they felt maybe in the past people abandoned them a little very easily, and so they felt sort of very desperate to cling on to people and new people that passed them by in their life. So there was an energy of, you know, honestly, it's like they maybe in the past they didn't just sit by and let things be handed to them, but they like eagerly jumped out and tried to claim things that just sort of were never really aligned with them. But in actuality, they, you know, exactly what happened was sort of what was meant to happen. You know, this person learned the lessons that they were meant to learn so that they could move forward into the subsequent phase of their life. But so this person, yeah, they've gone through it a little bit when it comes to connections, but it hasn't like been all bad, you know. You know, we do also have the Nine of Cups. So this person, you know, they've had happiness in their life, they've had fulfillment, they're probably very good and gifted at something. I'm honestly getting they're very beautiful. With levitation, this is giving me the energy of someone who you can really feel their presence. Maybe this isn't someone who's very loud, because look at this person, they're just sort of meditating there. It's a quiet energy, but they're very much the focal point of the card, and so they're just very much in your face. And I like, my eyes just keep getting drawn to them because they're just like, yeah, they're in the center. And it was also just such a stark contrast from this because there's absolutely no person in this card, and this is person B. And so yeah, person A is just I think that they have a presence, even if they're not talking, even if they're quiet and they're meditating. You know, people can sort of feel their energy. Maybe there's something that stands out about them physically. I feel like they are very physically attractive, but maybe they also, I don't know, maybe they wear clothes that sort of that you wouldn't really expect them to be wearing, or that you wouldn't expect people in general to be wearing around you. Maybe they have a hair color, a piercing, a tattoo, some physical trait about them that you wouldn't expect people around you to have, or that it just sort of isn't like in this stereotype stock photo picture of, you know, someone in your immediate environment. Yeah, but this person, people are drawn to them, people see them, people notice them, and so they've had abundance in their life, you know. I think that they're also an achiever. Levitation, this is someone who's actually, levitation and the connecting mantra medicine between them is telling me that, you know, this is someone who actually is able to make things happen, you know, and maybe not even by, like, really, in a lot of ways, by you know, by hard work, but also I think that this person may be able to like manifest things fairly well. You know, maybe they're able to manifest things like, you know, they're very lucky. Maybe they find like a $20 on the bill, like, or $20 on the bill, a $20 bill on the ground. Just, you know, maybe like they've found that like 5 times in their life, like more frequently than you would have ever thought anyone would ever just find random cash on the ground. Maybe they've like actually won some scratch off lottery tickets or something, or maybe they, you know, maybe it's just simply like they've applied to jobs, and you know, for the typical job applicant, it takes like, you know, a few tries, a lot of tries before you can actually like get a job, or you know, even an interview in a lot of cases. And maybe this is someone who just like very easily obtains things like that, you know, they easily obtain like positions, or you know, maybe this is someone who could have a side hustle and make it like, you know, sort of spawn very easily. But yeah, so that's person A's energy. I'm sorry, I was like going off about person A, and so I had to like cut myself off very suddenly. But yeah, so person A is like, you know, they've been through it when it comes to emotional connections, but they've been fulfilled in other areas of their life. So it's not like, you know, they're just here to be pitied, but I think that in a little, you know, maybe there is a little bit of an energy that they, you know, they have pitied themselves in the past, you know, because they've sought out sort of bad connections, they've clung to them hard, and then those people ended up ultimately disappointing them, which wasn't, you know, very surprising. But, you know, this was someone who was able to let go of those people and those connections, but then they sort of also had the unfortunate habit, I feel like, of maybe like clinging on to someone next. But then I think that, you know, it's they continue to learn things though from it, you know, so I don't think that they would cling on to the same type of person. But I just don't, I think this person, you know, it took them a little while to realize that they don't have to constantly be in the mode of like, you know, trying to have someone in their life and feeling so empty if they don't have someone in their life. Even if this is like, they feel terrible they don't have a best friend, or maybe they feel terrible they don't have a close relationship with a parent or a family member, or maybe they feel terrible they haven't had a real, like, they've never loved someone romantically. But yeah, this is someone who's like, they want to find out, and so they try to make things happen with people. But then, yeah, they try too hard, too eagerly. They just don't end up seeing the people for who they are, or they end up sort of trying to fool themselves into thinking that they're okay with the person that they are. But then, you know, this person sort of proves otherwise a little bit, and then they cut them off. But, you know, this person has had happiness. 9 of Cups. It has been a little bit of like a solo happiness, but it has been happiness, you know. I feel like this person may be sort of like, they could be your person who may feel like they can't trust people very well, or maybe they'd say like, I've never met someone that I could fully trust, or something like that. But alright, on to person B now. So person B is they have the 8 of Pentacles, clarified by the 6 of Pentacles. Once again, I love how we have 2 of the same suit coming out. I think that they are So actually, I think that, they're just hard workers, and I think that in their work, they're very Capricorn-esque. They're very, earth sign-esque in earth aspects of this world. But I think that actually their energy, they're giving me a very like Sagittarius, also Leo energy, sort of like the goofy, bright, fiery, passionate energy. Maybe a little bit Aquarius as well, and some Pisces. And then we also have the Six of Cups. So this is someone, I think, who they work hard, but they work hard at a lot of things. And so I think this is where you guys sort of do have very similar energies, but maybe just it's presented itself differently, or maybe, but also maybe not, because I feel like this is actually very similar. I think, yeah, they've worked very hard towards things, but I think that they've been very non-discriminating when it comes to what they work hard towards. Six of Pentacles tells me that everything that the universe offers to them, they accept, and then they accept, and they also offer all of their energy and everything that they have to that thing that they've been offered. So this is someone who they believe in exactly what they come across, and I think that that's sort of the beautiful connecting energy between these two people. They believe in their power, they believe in what they have happening for themselves, and so I don't think that, back to go to person A, I don't think that it's that person A was, so I don't know, like they weren't so, maybe I shouldn't get into it too much. But just to say, person A, like, they weren't, I don't know, I feel like maybe I made them out to seem like they were a little more desperate than they actually were, and that they were just like, yeah, but I don't think that they really were, I think that the people around them, like, had things going for them. It wasn't like they were just losers, like, Nine of Cups, they were eating good, they had real people around them, this wasn't just like, yeah, this wasn't anything to really be ashamed of, and like, I hope I didn't make it like seem that way for person A, or, if whoever, regardless, whoever chose this pile, if you like, don't like person A, like don't have that energy, like we've all, I feel like, a lack mindset is so common, especially in relationships, I feel like that's why people stay in unhealthy things, because they feel like there's nothing better out there. That's why they stay a lot of times, not all the time, but a good chunk of times. And so, I think that this person, they were generally had, wonderful people around them, and people that, they were, maybe that they really liked, they had real chemistry with them, they had a real connection with them, they had loyalty or something, but, there was just some aspect of that connection that it was almost like this person was willingly seeing, accepting, and thinking that they could move past, and then they end up, being given like a real tangible example in real life in that connection of why they can't move past it, and then that connection has like a brutal falling out, and they're left feeling abandoned. And so that's just sort of, what happened. But they moved through those cycles, they learned things, but they have felt scorned along the way. But okay, that's it for person A. But so, yeah, person B is someone, they've worked hard at things, yeah, they've given a lot to whatever they've come across. I feel like for the big part, it's a little bit worked out. They've felt like they've been really brutally worked, though, they've definitely been put through the ringer a little bit when it comes to it, just with, the Eight of Pentacles, because the Eight of Pentacles always gives me, it's not the Seven of Pentacles, but to get to the Eight of Pentacles, you need the Seven of Pentacles. So at one point, they were in the Seven of Pentacles because they had to build to the Eight of Pentacles. So, like, they had to have gone through that really rough, almost stalemate type period of, just feeling like you keep putting things in, you keep putting in work and effort, but you're not seeing any results. And then they finally got over the hump and they got into the Eight of Pentacles. And now, it's still real hard work, but also it's starting to create like a real solid potential foundation for them. And it's starting not only like a foundation, but like, it's starting to fill out as a real structure. So this isn't just like the foundation of a house being built, this is the foundation, and then also like the skeleton of the house, like the bones of the wood and interior and everything. Yeah, and with the Six of Pentacles, I mean, honestly, with the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups being here, 6-6, it tells me that I think this person, a lot of things have sort of worked out. A lot of the things that they've been given and that they've worked really hard towards have sort of, you know, they've treated them well. Maybe they haven't treated them perfectly. Maybe this person has had relationships where they did feel like they had to put in so much work and then it wasn't that much reciprocated energy back, and it wasn't, you know, and maybe they broke up with the person and it really tore them up, but, you know, maybe they still have a sort of amicable, friendly type relationship with that person. You know, it was no one that they have a real bitter, you know, hateful complex towards. So it just feels like this is someone who they've been sort of content with their life decisions and where and the journey that has brought them to where they are. And I feel like the thing is, this is the beautiful energy. Person A feels the exact same way, but the thing is, I feel like person A's journey has just been a little more rough. Person A's journey, and might be not even rough, but a little more volatile, I want to say. I feel like person B's journey has been very secure or stable in a way. Maybe this is someone who had a very predictable upbringing, or maybe just like a very stable family unit or something. You know, maybe they lived in the same house their whole life, maybe they lived in the same town their whole life, or even if, you know, they moved around a whole lot, maybe they were one of the families that moved around a whole lot, but because they did that, their family unit grew like super, super tight. But, you know, there's just something, I feel like there's just something very predictable about this person's life, or maybe this person is just like, you know, maybe they were emancipated or something, or they, you know, moved out, had a volatile upbringing and then moved out at 18, but then since then they've had a very stable life doing the same things. There's just something very stable and secure about this person, and then something very volatile with this person, especially with the Death card being here and then the Nine of Cups. It's giving me the vibe of just like polar opposite energies, you know, like this person would have like, oh my god, I just keep going back to person A. I'm sorry guys, like, let me know if you guys are person A, because I feel like this is so funny. Like whoever they are, like, their energy is dominating me right now. Yeah, it's dominating the reading for sure. But okay, back to person B, like, focus. Oh my god. So, okay, person B, yeah, honestly, I feel like they're a really wholesome person. It's giving me, I feel like they're a bright energy, and I feel like they're fiery and passionate, but I don't think that they're like, you know, they're not hasty, they're not rash, they're not going to, you know, say something super careless and super, you know, silly and rude. They're going to, you know, maybe they'll say something off the top of their head, but it'll be like, you know, still a little bit somewhat filtered, you know, like they're not going to say every silly little thing that comes to their mind, but maybe they will give a few little quips. But this is, you know, this is somewhat a little balanced, but still like has fire to them, but fire that I feel like they actively work at sort of tempering almost, I feel like, in front of people, and to some degree at least. But I think that this is someone, yeah, sweet. This is someone sweet, I guess. Yeah, with herbal craft, especially plant medicine, regeneration, maybe they could be really into recycling, really into the environment. Maybe really into gardening. Look at all the flowers. Caretaker, yeah, very nurturing. But I feel like this is someone, they're very naturally nurturing, but again, well, okay, I'm not saying, I shouldn't say again, because I don't think I've said this, but I think that this is maybe someone, maybe they haven't had a lot of romantic connections in the past, because even Six of Cups is giving me the vibe of, it's giving me the vibe of like friendship and deep loyal love, but it's also giving me the vibe of sort of what they see in you. They see sort of a soulmate energy in you. But I feel like, you know, especially with the fact these are two Pentacles cards here, I think that this person, maybe they haven't had that many romantic connections, or maybe they've only had one or two, but I think that this person is just someone who yeah, I don't think that they maybe have had so many romantic connections, or maybe it could be, I don't know, it could, yeah, maybe it could be even that they've, you know, had sex or physical intimacy with a lot of people, maybe, you know, and you would think that they have had a lot of romantic connections, but I don't really think that they have, you know, maybe they've even dated around, but they just haven't ever, like, really found someone that they wanted to actually, like, you know, give the label of partner to, you know, they haven't found that many times. Yeah, but alright, let's move on, because we're already a little bit in. So let's get some of your daily life together. relationship with your future spouse, your daily life. With mantra medicine, I feel like, honestly, I'm getting the vibe of like maybe one of you in this couple is looking to like wake up early and like sit outside, or just like wake up early and just like sit with like a cup of tea or coffee and just like sit there in the morning for like 30 minutes, just like thinking to themselves or like listening to something. I'm getting the vibe that that's honestly, I feel like one of you, and really like you guys are very similar. It could be either of you, I don't know. But okay, let's see. So daily life like with your future spouse, pile 1. This is exciting. Oh my god! I said this is exciting, and then we have the 2 of Wands coming out. You guys, I think that you guys like to keep it, oh my god, I'm getting like sexual messages too. You guys like to keep it spicy. That was the immediate phrase that came out. You guys like to keep it spicy. You guys like to probably have sex very spontaneously in spontaneous places. Of course, take what resonates if you like that. Yeah, if you don't, no. But anyway, but I think that you guys also are the type to like, you know, just randomly say want to go on a day trip tomorrow, or you know, want to take off work in 2 weeks, and then, you know, give the minimum notice required, and then take off work, and then just like go, I don't know, to like a Renaissance fair or something. You know, that you guys do something spontaneously. You guys do things spontaneously, but also at sort of like a spontaneous rate. So I feel like you guys, like, just in general, your daily life with your future spouse is ever changing. That's like what the main energy of this card, which is so beautiful. Like that's such a wonderful energy to have, because like, I don't know, personally at least, the last thing I want in my relationship or life in general is stagnancy. And I feel like with this person, you know, you go through ebbs and flows. You don't only go through periods of like going on and like, you know, a bunch of random spontaneous adventures, but you also go through periods of like maybe being homebodies and being really into like just like, you know, periods of having a lot of movie nights and going out, like ordering takeout and having self-care nights at home. You know, you go through different periods and phases in your life, but it all sort of leads to you sort of being able to experience every aspect of existence, or you know, relationship type that you could want. You know, you're gonna have a homebody relationship at some point in this connection. I feel like at some point you'll have probably like a more social connection, and of course, like, take what resonates. If you guys really hate any of that, like, no. But I feel like, you know, even if you do really hate that, a dog just barked when I said that, even if you do really hate that now, like, I'm honestly getting a lot of your guys' energy could change in the future, or maybe it could just change when you meet this person. You know, I feel like doing things with this person is not going to be like doing things with anyone else. It's going to be like doing things with almost like the more confident version of you, like the version of you that you wish you could be in real life, like regardless of which person you are. But then we have, oh my god guys, we have the Ace of Cups clarifying the 2 of Wands. You guys, I can't, like, I just shuffled on film, I couldn't make this up. That's so beautiful, you guys. Your relationship with your future spouse, your daily life with your future spouse, you're going to be showering each other with love and affection. I feel like let's see, honestly, one or both of you are probably going to be very physically affectionate, like super cuddly. I feel like we're not even getting into love languages or anything yet, but we're getting a little bit of that info right now. But like, you guys just, we'll put the cards this way actually. You guys just, yeah, you guys just feel loved in every action. I feel like, and that is so like soapy, you know, that's so mushy of me to say, but like the cards that are coming out just sort of are like screaming that to me, honestly. Like the 2 of Wands and then the Ace of Cups, it's like you're gonna have action and adventure and excitement, but you're also gonna have like true love, you know, your daily life with your future spouse. You're going to do things like just cook together, you know, but it's gonna feel so intimate and beautiful, because it's not gonna be like every day's the same, you know. You're not just gonna cook the same meal, have the same meal plan every week, do the same thing for dinner. You're gonna like it's going to be an experience every time, you know, one night you're going to have takeout and it's going to be delicious. Another night, you know, your partner is going to cook for you. The other night you're going to cook for your partner. And then the other night you guys are going to cook together and it's going to be super romantic and like an aphrodisiac, and it's going to turn you guys on, you know. It just feels like even like, you know, you guys just make this an adventure, and even like the little mundane aspects of your life. Oh my god, that's so cute. Mantra medicine. Yeah, you guys like make it happen though for yourselves. You guys are like both so committed. Like, look at these people just staring intensely at each other. You guys are so committed to, you're committed to like matching each other's energy, but not only, you know, not only matching, but I don't want to say like surpassing, but you know, it's like you see what this person does for you and that makes you just want to give them the world. And I think that both of you feel the exact same way about that. 9 of Swords, and it's because you guys have sort of been really, you guys have been put through it in the past, and maybe it's because, you know, this person B, maybe because they haven't had a lot of just emotional fulfillment. Maybe they've had, you know, people in their life, but they just haven't felt like they've actually like been able to connect and get that deep with people. It feels like it's only like on surface level, because especially in this card, you know, you can't even see this person, their hand is only there. So I feel like this person's like, they've also had emotional connections in their life that they just feel like haven't really been true to what they've wanted. And so I feel like this connection for the other is going to be very fulfilling in ways that previous connections have not been for each other as well. Let's see what it says. It says, shortness of breath, tunnel vision, am I dying? No, my love, you're purging. Now put your head between your knees and breathe, it will pass. Yeah, that's what you guys are for each other. You guys are a support. Ace of Cups, you guys give each other your emotional support constantly. You guys are like a rock for each other, both of you. You guys are very equal. There's a lot of equality in your relationship because you guys just simply will want to do that. I think that you guys sort of both crave the security and stability that this relationship brings, person A and person B. I think that that's an aspect of this relationship that you guys both really appreciate. And so I think that, yeah, so because of that, you guys will see exactly what this other person does for you, and you'll match that, which is so beautiful. But alright, let's get some things about your physical life. So I feel like I probably already know some info about this. Let's get some stuff about your physical life. Sorry guys. So many cards, because this reading is so long. About your physical life. Oh my god, this is a long reading. Kudos to whoever is watching this. Alright, your physical life with your future spouse. Person A, person B, or just L1. Oh my god. You guys, the Empress. Oh my god. Okay. You guys are going to, F like bunnies instantly. That's the phrase that they were giving me. The Empress is all about fertility. It's all about like divine feminine. You guys are going to literally worship each other. It's giving me, I think, yeah, you guys are just going to see each other as so ultimately beautiful. You guys, this is literally like, you guys, this is, you know, this is only for the people who really want this, because this is like, you know, your stereotypical ooey gooey, mushy gushy relationship, you know? So you guys have to be like deep romantics to want this, you guys, because this is literally like you guys, yeah, you worship each other. You, in bed, you guys just stare at each other, and I think that alone is enough to like turn you guys on and get you guys off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. But, alright, let's continue. We'll continue. Yeah, so, honestly, I'm getting like you guys are both pretty divine feminine, or you guys are both just sort of like, honestly, maybe a lot of you guys are like lesbians or something. So I feel like you guys are both like queens in each other's eyes. And even if, you know, this is like, you know, you're a cis person and you don't like that, you know, that you like see this person as like a king or something, you know, or they're just like your perfect complement. I think that this is just someone who, but you see them in a way where, you know, you wanna hold them up on a pedestal, but it's not really a pedestal because you know exactly your angle, you know? This is giving me the vibe of someone who's like crouching down and like taking a picture, looking upwards at someone to get the angle that, you know, this person, you know, the angle that you're like just a lot smaller than this person, but you know you're crouching down to take the picture like that, you know, they know the angle at which they're seeing you, but they like seeing you at that angle, you know? You guys put each other on pedestals because you literally do think the world of this person, and even though this person, each other, you like respectively, you guys are like flawed people just naturally because you're humans, you guys still are just sort of like, so you love loving each other. You really do, but like you still hold each other accountable, you know, you don't just like, you're not just blind to everything, but you hold each other accountable still, you know, you guys, but I just feel like there's similarity but also differences between you, so I feel like there's honestly not so much that you guys have to hold each other accountable for. I feel like for the most part there's just like difference of opinions, but so we also have 3 of Cups, which is beautiful because 333. I think you guys, if you don't want to get pregnant, and you could get pregnant, try to prevent that a lot because you guys really are bound to get pregnant. You guys, 3 of Cups, your physical life with your future spouse, you guys are probably going to bring third parties into it. So this could be, take what resonates, of course, depending on what you're into. You know, this could be threesomes, this could be toys, this will be, for those of you who want it to be, this will be. And this will just be total sexual liberation because it's someone that you're so comfortable with. And I think that this is like, regardless of any sexual past energy that you've had, I think that this person is going to be like your best sexual experiences ever, because like it's going to be someone that you just trust so much, and someone that you've built such a solid foundation with in the relationship, that it's almost like, you know, with age, as you guys get older, like the sex in a lot of ways is going to get better, the physical aspect is going to get better because you guys are going to grow. You're not going to stay the same person, you know, you're not going to be into the same sexual things that you are now, like 10 years from now. You're going to be into something new, and you guys are going to be able to explore that with the other comfortably, because for the past 10 years you've been, you know, having great sex with them, and they've been sticking around and being a really great person, the same person that they've been for their whole life. So yeah. One more card about their physical connection with their future spouse. 2 of Coins. Oh my god, I love this. So 2 of Coins, you guys are going to be, oh my god, yeah, just like, honestly, with the 2 of Coins, the image that comes to mind is the guy just like holding the pentacles, so just like fondling each other. You guys are literally going to be touching each other, like sexually. Your physical life is going to be very, very hands-on, very spontaneous. You guys are going to literally have sex anywhere, spontaneously. You know, you guys will, you would be into doing it in public, you know, you would be into exhibitionism, you would be into maybe people watching you, maybe orgies, something like that. 2 of Coins, I think that you guys are just sexually ambitious, or sexually open in a lot of ways, sexually fluid in a lot of ways, or just like they're you know, I think that for a lot of you, and of course take what resonates, for a lot of you, and also, you know, these things could change, or you could discover more aspects of yourself later on, but I think that for a lot of you guys, yeah, you both have some sort of like untapped sexual energy in you, that I think that this relationship will really sort of inspire, or you know, ignite in the other. But 2 of Coins, how do jugglers do it? Oh my god, yeah, jugglers. It's giving me jugs. If any of you guys have boobs, the other person's gonna love the boobs. It's gonna be like, they're just gonna love touching them and doing stuff. Like your sex life, like honestly, a lot of the things that are coming through are just sexual messages, but your sex life is just going to be abundant, and it's going to be basically as abundant as your wildest fantasies, you know? Sex on the kitchen table, sex in the bathroom, sex in the shower. They're gonna whisk you away on romantic beach vacations, you know, you guys are going to surprise each other with gifts. Oh yeah, speaking of that, so let's get next into the love languages. Let's get into your guys' love languages. So let's get person A's love languages. Person A's love languages. Oh my gosh, Ten of Pentacles, literally giving the world. Like, person A, their love language is having everything. I think that person A is not in the past someone who would have given their pentacles or anything that they had away freely to someone. I feel like this is the person who would sooner be on the receiving end of gift giving, but this is someone who then themselves would be like, when they're in love, like they literally just do want to like spoil their other person, and maybe it's not even with like, you know, materially you know, expensive things or anything like that, but it's still just whatever they have, like, or whatever they have that they think is desirable and that this other person would want. Oh my god, but Nine of Swords. So, like, their love language is also, I love the parallel of Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords. Their love language is also, person A is comforting this person, comforting person B in this relationship. When it comes to, you know, I think probably person B's, maybe their past trust issues or just the things that they have anxiety between. I think that, you know, even if person A also feels this energy of the Nine of Swords, I think that person B, you know, they definitely could have some sort of anxiety, or there's just some energy, some trust issues, I feel like, that they have in the relationship that it becomes apparent at some point, probably a little bit early on, and then I feel like person A just is they're very nice, they're very comforting to them. Yeah, like very physically comforting of their anxieties, which is very sweet. So person A's love language. So gift giving like times a billion with the 10 of, oh my god, with the 10 of coins. But we have the Empress again, guys, and then we also have the Engineer of Coins, which is the King of Coins. So yeah, you guys, the Empress, so okay, person A's love language, sex. Their love language, but also like just not just sex, but like sensuality, you know. This is the person who they would want to give you like maybe, you know, some like self-care things, or you know, a massage, a massager, a self-massager, or like oh my god, I just got like vibrator or something. Or they, you know, they would be the type of person, I feel like, you know, I feel like this is that type of relationship, but I feel like if person B was having a bad day, this person would like literally, you know, use their body to sort of, you know, lift their spirits, you know. They would maybe give them a lap dance, maybe literally just like, you know, go down on them or have sex with them, whatever. But I feel like, you know, the sex is sort of like a love language of theirs, and I feel like in this relationship specifically, it's a ways to demonstrate love. But alright, let's get some for person B. What is person B's love language? Yeah, King of Coins too for person A though, like they would just literally, it's so funny too, because person A does give me the vibe of like a little bit more maybe of the feminine energy. So person A gives me more of the energy of like the classic feminine, whereas person B gives me the energy of like a more sort of balanced masculine and feminine, or a more like maybe presented masculine and then like under represented like feminine side that is still very strongly present in them. But so person A, I just feel like, yeah, so it's funny to me that their love language is so strongly masculine, you know. They're just really willing to do so much for whoever they love, you know. Their loyalty runs deep. Yeah, it's which is why, not to harp on things, but which is why this person, you know, they saw things through with these connections that they encountered in their life. You know, they didn't let anything pass them by. They didn't want to leave a rock unturned. But alright, person B's love language. Person B's love language. Queen of Pentacles, you guys, that's a beautiful thing. once again, the reciprocity is incredible. The King of Coins for the King of Pentacles for person A, the Queen of Pentacles for person B. Person B is also going to give everything that they have to person A. Gift giving, again, very blatantly, gift giving in this relationship is going to be a mirrored love language between you guys. You guys are both going to want to give the gifts that you know the other person will love, no matter the price, honestly, from out of you. Let's see, love language for person B. We have 8 of Cups. Oh my god, I like, once again, just the mirrored energy. So we have the 10 of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, or 10 of Coins, Queen of Coins, and then the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. So, you know, person A is going to be healing the anxieties and, you know, giving physical touch and hugs and affirmations to ease the anxieties and worries of person B. And then person B is going to heal the abandonment issues in person A. Person B is going to be the person, and they're also going to be the person that they prove that person A has been looking for this whole time. They're going to prove that they're not something that has to be abandoned, that they're like sort of exactly what person A has been looking for and hoping for in all of these past people. They're going to sort of put in a conscious effort into proving that. They're going to do things like, you know, emotional things. I think that they're going to be willing. Oh, this is a beautiful thing that's coming out. Okay, so a lot of, you know, the reciprocity that I've been getting between you guys has been like, I see what you do for me and I want to meet you there or exceed it because I respect you and love you that much. And I'm getting the vibe that like maybe person A has a little bit different of a love language than person B, or, you know, maybe person A demonstrates a love language and wants to receive that same love language, and then person B is not naturally one to demonstrate the love language that person A obviously wants to receive, but person B sees and notices how much they enjoy doing these things for them, and so they want to do that back for them. And, you know, so maybe this person isn't naturally super gift giving, you know, Queen of Pentacles. Maybe they're more, you know, maybe they give a lot of their time and energy to things, but maybe they wouldn't think of, maybe, yeah, just in the past in relationships, they weren't nearly as much of a gift giver. It's just not naturally a love language that sort of comes to them. Maybe they more so give like time and they do acts of service, but maybe, yeah, I think it could be something like that, you know, like maybe this person likes things and this person isn't used to giving things, but more so doing stuff. And maybe this person is like, oh, I see they like to give me things, so I'm going to give them things. And it's just beautiful because, yeah, they're once again, it's just such a conscious effort of wanting to reciprocate how the other person feels, you know. They're like, I feel so loved by you when you do these things for me. I want you to feel that same way. Alright, one more card for person B's love language. One more card for person B's love language. One. Give me 1. 2. Keep coming out. Oh my god, I hope you guys can see my head. Whatever. Well, I could have 2 because literally the other one had 2. Alright, so 2 come out again. Alright, 3 came out. That's literally God teasing me. Alright, so let's say 8 of Coins. Oh my gosh, 8 of Pentacles. 8, 8. Oh my god, 3 again. Literally, God is teasing me. 5 of Lighters, 5 of Wands, and then the Devil. Oh my gosh. Oh, so 8 of Coins again, 8 of Pentacles. So their love language is, yeah, their love language is going to be, I think that maybe person A has some walls up because of their past experiences. Maybe they just have simply put like wounds from their past experiences. So yeah, person B is just going to be, they're going to see their walls and they're going to consciously put in effort to take them down, but they're not going to do it like willy-nilly. They're going to put in the effort, you know. 8 of Coins, they're going to put in, you know, they're going to see that maybe you're a little shy, but they really have a crush on you, and so maybe they come up and they ask you for coffee, and maybe you guys go on a date, and they still notice, you know, maybe they simply notice that you take a little while to open up or get comfortable with people, or they guess that about you, and so they take it very slow with you, and they go at your pace, or what they assume is your pace. And maybe it's not necessarily their pace, but it's just what they think you'd be comfortable with. And so it's someone who will really put in like that sort of conscious effort towards, and I'm saying you, but I mean person A, but yeah, it's someone who will put in conscious effort towards towards making you feel comfortable, but also loved, but loved in the most comfortable way, and loved in the most loved way that you can. This is literally someone who wants to meet you where you are, like where you're at. It's so lovely. 5 of Wands, yeah, so they see your guarded energy. The Devil, yeah, the Devil, Capricorn, so they see the things that you've been through, they see the hard work that you've put in, and sort of the little result that you've gotten from it. And they want to make life as easy for you as possible. So yeah, they want to do things for you. They want to give you things. They want to just basically express love however you want to receive it. Or, oh my god, person B wants to express love however person A wants to receive it. Well, alright guys, now on to the last part. How your family and friends see them versus you. So let's see how their family and friends see them versus you. What a long reading. Alright, how does person A's family sees person B? How does person A's family see person B? Oh my gosh, 8 of Cups. That's so funny. That's so funny because we have the 8 of Cups right here. Oh my gosh, yeah. So they see them in the same way. Oh my gosh, okay. So person A's family sees person B as, honestly, I think that maybe at first they could be a little apprehensive that person B is the real deal, but then I think that they're proven. I think that person B does prove themselves, or does prove themselves. But I think that, yeah, there is some apprehension at first, because there's a knowing that, you know, in the past, person A they've been abandoned by, but they both have abandoned a lot of connections. And so I think that there is some energy of like, okay, I know that they're really excited about this person, but they're really excited about a lot of people. You know, maybe like, let's not get our hopes up. But then we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, so then like they're gonna think, okay, there's potential, there's opportunity. They see you as someone, maybe your relationship moves quickly and faster than your friends and family you think is maybe appropriate sometimes, or faster than person A's friends and family think is appropriate at times. But I think that eventually, you know, they warm up to the reality of this connection. But I think that it does take a little while. There's a little bit of a lag, you know. It does feel like person A's friends and family do a little bit, you know, and it's not like all of them do it, but I mean, I think that there is a healthy skepticism sort of to this. But the Hierophant, they see them as someone here to stay. The Hierophant is all about tradition and commitment, and so yeah, there's someone here to stay. Well, alright, let's look for pile B. No, person B. Not pile B. Does person B's friends and family see person A? But yeah, as I was saying, person A, I don't think it's all of them think really the same. You know, I think that maybe there are a few more skeptics. You know, maybe there are some people in person A's vicinity, close people, friends or family, that maybe are a little more skeptical than others. But I think that they all do end up warming up, or all of the ones that are important to person A start warming up to this person, and do, you know, validate and recognize the importance of this connection in their life. But alright, person B's friends and family, how do they see them? Person B's friends and family, how do they see person A? So we have, the 9 of Wands. That's so interesting. So yeah, a lot of guardedness, a lot of defensiveness. I think that they honestly may feel this, like, similarly. Yeah, they could feel, their friends and family could feel similarly to pile A's friends and family. Or honestly, you know what it's giving me? It's giving me the vibe of like they're just, they could see and notice how maybe apprehensive person A's family is, and they get a little defensive over that. Or maybe it's, yeah, it's giving me that energy, honestly. Alright, this could be like one random message, but I feel like for some of you guys, maybe like person B's, like one of their family members finds out that person A's family member is like, you know, a little bit skeptical about the relationship, and then the person B's family member has sort of like maybe a, just like a chip on their shoulder because of that. But yeah. But okay, person B's family, how do they feel about person A? How do they see them? The Star, but they do see them as the potential, and honestly I do like, they're guarded and defensive, but I feel like that's just because they do, like, they really like person A, they really think that they'll be great together, they're really, you know, pushing for this relationship, I feel like, and maybe there is a little bit of like apprehensive defensiveness because of that. Maybe they feel like almost, there could be a little bit of an energy of like, oh, we feel like maybe we're not good enough for person A, or maybe like their family, maybe, you know, this is just a stereotypical example, but maybe person A's family is like just a little more well-to-do than person B's family, and so maybe person B's parents are like a little worried about person A's parents thinking that they're, you know, poorer than them or something. But I think that, you know, I mean, I think that whatever like person A's family has and is skeptical about with person B, I think it doesn't have to do much with that. But I think that, oh my god, cards just fell. But yeah, so the Star, I think that they're also really excited about this relationship. They're excited about the potential of this relationship. They believe in the potential of this relationship very quickly, probably instantly. I think that this person B, probably doesn't really speak much to their friends and family about people and romantic connections, honestly. I feel like maybe they date a lot of people, but literally no one important enough connection to anyone. And I keep dropping these cards. So this person, honestly, maybe they're clumsy. Maybe they're just nervous to say how their friends and family feel about you. This person gives me the vibe of a cool cucumber, but I mean, like a tempered person, but I think that they're a lot more of a nervous wreck underneath the surface, honestly. 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles. I love that you guys both have 10 of pentacles in your spreads. But so their friends and family, yeah, they think that you guys can be like everything for each other. I think that person B's friends and family really see maybe a little bit of rose-colored glasses, but no, I think it's just like they validate this relationship from the beginning. They believe in this person, they believe in person B, they believe in who person B says person A is, and they just like wish all the best for this relationship. And so does person A's family, but person A's family just, they think that they're doing the right thing by being so protective over person A. They think that they're protecting person A from the potential downfall of person B not living up to their expectations. But over time, they learn to validate person B and see that they're meeting their expectations and exceeding them in a lot of ways. But, and then person B's, a lot of their friends and family just really see this from the beginning. They see the, they see the magnitude and the ooey gooiness of this relationship from the get-go. It is really just like your stereotypical mushy-gushy relationship, like from the movies, like the type of relationships that you feel like literally maybe only like psychopaths would be in real life, because it's like, who could actually be that in love? But it's like, there's more complexities underneath the surface, you know? Obviously, you guys both have your respective, like, you know, inner mental demons that you're fighting. Everyone does, and you guys help each other through that, but you guys just like love each other so much and are so willing to show it to each other. It just like that radiates through to so many people that you're around. But alright, pile 1, I hope you really like this reading. It was so long. I don't know if I can literally do that any of the other piles this long, but we shall see. But if you like this reading, please subscribe, especially if you made it to the end. If you made it to the end, that probably means you're like 1 in a million, you guys. So yeah, you have to subscribe, basically. Because you probably aren't even hearing this if you're not here. But anyway, yeah. Hope you like this reading. Hope it resonated. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you guys chose this little painting, this will be your reading all about your relationship with your future spouse. So I pulled some cards already about person A, person B's energy. So person A, they're represented by Banyan, blessings, security, the hermit, expansion, stability. And person B is represented by drawing down the sun. Wildfire, divine masculine, magnificence, witness. So first of all, let me say I think it's absolutely beautiful how in this card we have an actual, tree. And it looked almost like it was raining to me, but I don't think it's actually raining. But, this tree covering the ground, providing a lot of shade, and then the sun's sort of descending from above, shining from above. And then it's called drawing down the sun. And that's person B's card, and it literally is giving me the energy of, one of person B's roles in person A's life is to sort of draw down the sun and draw out the sun in their life, and to be a sun, like a ray of sunshine, basically, just a beacon of light and hope, and to be just a source of warmth and radiance in person A's life. So that was a beautiful message that came out. But so we have the connecting energy is gnomes, humanity, friendship, hard work, and little visions. So both of you, person A and person B, both have strong energies. They have strong energies and in-depth energies or complex energies. There's more to them than meets the surface. So we'll get more into it. For person A, I drew some cards on just person A and person B is just, who they are in general, their energy roughly, so you can get a vibe of, who you think you are, who you think your future spouse will be. So first, person A has the moon. The moon, and then the 7 of Pentacles, and the Forecaster of Knives, which is the Queen of Swords. So person A is someone who sort of keeps themselves under the shelter of this tree. I think they have very strong boundaries, maybe boundaries that are at times a little too strong. I think that person A keeps people at arm's distance because there's a lot of depth and complexity to them. I think that there could be an energy that they're just not really certain who they can open up to, who they can fully trust, or maybe they just sort of naturally don't feel like they're able to do that around a lot of people. But so because we have the moon, and so it immediately also, the parallels of the moon, and then person B being drawing down the sun, person A definitely has sort of a cooler external energy, cooler as in, more watery, maybe more reserved, more emotional, maybe not even more emotional, but I think that person A just, they have the energy of being a little more reserved, a little more mental, a little more in their head. The moon just tells me, I think that their person A sort of thinks, about people. They may have a constant internal monologue or something like that, but I think that they're constantly thinking things themselves. They're sort of second-guessing their actions. It's, even though it's the moon, it's Cancer energy. I think the moon is Cancer. Actually, no. I think the moon is actually Pisces, yes. But even though it's Pisces energy, I'm getting actually a lot of air energy from this. I'm getting they could be a Gemini for a lot of you. Yeah, honestly, Gemini energy very strongly. But I'm getting that person A is... There's a lot to them. There's a lot underneath the surface. I think that they have almost like not to say that they have a secret life that those around them aren't aware of, but I think that they may have just a lot of things they keep to themselves, maybe interests they keep to themselves, romantic interests they keep to themselves, you know, friends they keep to themselves, ideas, hobbies. I think that they just don't really open up, or they don't like to show a lot of their cards. There's just something a little naturally more hermity about them, you know, a little more insular, and it doesn't really seem, it does seem sort of natural. It seems this is just sort of person A's energy, maybe a little bit of a, not so much shy, but maybe just, yeah, reserved, timid, you know. You take a little bit to warm up to people. You want to read people's energies first. Seven of Pentacles tells me that you are not really willing to give up easily on your search for the or person A is not willing to give up easily on their search for, you know, the perfect person, or the person that fulfills each of their boundary requirements. You know, this is, person A is not someone who will ever become desperate enough in any way to sort of ignore any like really important red flag or anything. You know, this is someone who would much sooner stay alone and stay solo on their own path, their journey. This is someone who would much rather keep their head down and keep walking forward, walking confidently towards their goals, rather than sort of get swept up in any sort of make-believe fantasy world. You know, this is someone who they value reality checks too heavily to really be, I feel like, misguided by the temptations of fantasies, honestly. Person A, I feel like, is definitely a realist, and I think a lot of it could have been just sort of residually being disappointed by people and things in the past, and so they're sort of taught that the realistic outcome is going to be sort of the more disappointing outcome. And I think that that's going to be part of person B's energy in person A's life. So let's get person B's energy. We had strength, which of course that came out. This is more fire energy. Strength, Seven of Wands, even more fire energy. And death, which is actually Scorpio. So, person B is going to be like a loud, fiery beacon compared to person A. I feel like this is the couple that is sort of like, they seem like polar opposites. This is someone that would be like, it's giving me the energy of, you know, like if you've ever seen The Breakfast Club, there's like a goth girl and like a jock, and then at the end they like get together. This is giving me the energy of that. Like person A is the goth girl and person B is the jock. But just, and you know, like very external sort of ways, or just initial energy. I feel like person A is very reserved. Person B is very sociable, though. I feel like they're friendly. They make friends with people very easily. I think they're outgoing, but I don't really think they're extroverted. I think that they do have, you know, a solid, maybe ambivert, introvert side to them, where I think that they, you know, they're secure in themselves and they like spending time with themselves, but I think that they enjoy other people, and they're willing to be around other people. I'm not sure if, I was going to say at first that they're confident around other people, but see how much I'm choking right now? I don't think, you know, they're somewhat confident, you know, here with strength, but strength always tells me this is confidence born out of adversity. So I think that there's still some aspect, you know, there's still some depth, some layers to them, of insecurity, you know, just residually, naturally. So I don't think this person is, you know, so confident just going out and saying whatever they think to whoever they want. I think that there is, you know, a little more thought that goes into what they say. But I think this is someone who generally, you know, they're able to get along with people. They are a very likable person. They're a people person, but they're a people person, but they're not one of the people who like craves and needs other people in their life. Because look, all of these cards, wherever there's a person shown in them, the person's alone. Here's the Moon, the person's alone. Strength, the person's alone. Seven of Wands are alone, and Seven of Pentacles are alone. And also, you know, this is a person, well, we have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is also alone. But yeah, it was interesting that we had these major arcana, but we didn't have court cards. We do have a court card with the Queen of Swords, but that's only one court card. So yeah, I think that literally, what was I saying with that? Oh yeah, I think that this person, person B, they get along with people and they talk to people, but I think that they also do recognize that a lot of the time that is sort of a personality trait of theirs that they may have to feed into more than other personality traits. Because you know how like extroverts are sort of, valued in society. People who are more outgoing are seen in a better light. So I feel like this person is able to work that part of themselves, to help themselves sort of advance. But I think that they are, they still do have their own walls up. They did have things that they had to overcome. They had some adversity in the past, but I think that they're very resilient. They have a lot of grit, and they really were able to come out of their obstacles for the better. Death tells me it still was, a tricky road, and I think that maybe they aren't too quick to, trust people. Maybe some of these obstacles were, maybe they were cheated on by a significant other, and I think that, they were difficult things to have to overcome, but, they don't hold any bitterness towards, other, romantic partners or anything. Maybe they do have some residual trust issues, and that's something that they have to work through, but it is something that they're working through. And I think that they're able to, they do experience darkness. With death being here, they do experience, like, sort of very, for some reason the word violent was coming to mind. For some of them, maybe there was some aspect of violence in their life that they experienced or that a loved one experienced, but it was something very intense that they did have to like put the work in to move past consciously, but they did still put in that work. They're a very, very, you're almost like it says divine masculine. They are a very masculine person. They're someone who's able to roll with the punches, to take things, but to validate their emotions and to move past them, not be overcome by their emotions. So yeah, let's put these cards to the side. And then we're going to get some more cards about your guys's relationship. So I think that we're going to get, let's see, first we're going to get, daily life in your relationship. That's so much fun. So let's get daily life for your relationship. Your connecting energy is gnomes, humanity, friendship, hard work, life, little visions. You guys both really value connections in your life. I think that you guys both really value connections in your life, but I think that for person A, maybe there are a few connections that they value, but the ones that they do have, they very much do value. So person A has probably few trusted people, but they trust those people with everything and they love them dearly. And then person B, I feel like person B may actually not really even have many people that they feel super close and connected to. They may be actually a little bit more of a lone wolf. Even though, person A's card explicitly says the Hermit, I'm getting honestly that person B has more of a Hermit energy when it comes to connections in their life. But I think that they're very important to both person A and person B, but I feel like person B may just... Oh, yeah, that was my chicken nuggets. Person B may just have been... with the Seven of Wands, this defensiveness, especially something like they really could have been cheated on, or maybe like a friend slept with someone they, had a crush on or something. I feel like they felt intense betrayal before, and so it sort of has made them, I feel like it could have sort of uprooted their, foundation of security in their connections. Alright, so let's get some cards about daily life with your future spouse. Yay! Alright, pile 2's daily life with their future spouse. 9 of Wands. Okay, so daily life with your future spouse. I think that sometimes you guys will encounter obstacles, of course, especially because you guys are just simply, you appear to be such polar opposites. And I think that because of that, there may be a difference in how you guys approach life and challenges and obstacles. I feel like person A, is more of the type to keep their head down and try to do things discreetly and in their way. You know, they try to do things the way that they want to do them, in a way that will attract little to no attention to themselves, so that people don't really have a chance to speak on how they're doing this. And then person B, though, I feel like person B is more of a talker, you know? This is just an example. I feel like person B would be the type of person to want to, like, confide in other people. And so just, like, little things like that, you know? Maybe person A has some difficulty that they're dealing with, and they keep it inside, and they deal with it on their own, and person B is personally offended by that because they're like, do you not trust me? Is that why you're not coming to me? But maybe person B doesn't want to say that because they're worried about pushing person A away. And so there's just some, there are little spats or, you know, little miscommunication, misunderstandings that you guys get into because you are kind of such different people. But there are things that you get over pretty quickly, you know? Like the Nine of Wands, like these guys are just standing there like, here I am. I'm here, standing guard, like don't go past me. And then it's like, alright, like stop acting like that, you know? Like put all of those wands down, you're acting ridiculous. You know, I think you guys get over your energy very quickly. And then we have the Three of Cups, too. So I think that you guys, you know, you may have just, like, little misunderstandings with each other, but you get over it quickly, and you laugh about it quickly, too. I think that, you know, yeah, this is something like, maybe person A is more of the type, okay, so, for example, maybe person A is not really into PDA, but person B is. Like, that's something that I could totally get. You know, person A has more of a discreet presence, and then person B is sort of more okay with, you know, being seen by people. So maybe person B, like, kisses person A on the cheek in public, and person A actually, like, gets a little uncomfortable by it, and so they're like, later they're like, okay, like, don't do that again. But it's something that they, you know, they can laugh about, you know? Person A is gonna be like, okay, like, that was cute, and I know that you like that, but honestly, like, I'm not really that into it. And so, but you guys, it's not ever too serious, and it's always something that you're able to sort of move past in a way where you guys almost become stronger or closer because of it. Because you guys get defensive, but then you guys get over that defensiveness pretty quickly. And you just sort of go back to being like your normal old selves. This is giving me the vibe of a couple. The Three of Cups tells me you guys like to have like friends, or you like to have fun with people, but you know, I'm feeling like that may honestly also be a source of your sort of disagreements. I think that you guys like to spend quality time with each other. You guys like to include the other in the things that you do, in the hobbies that you guys have, but you guys may have just different hobbies. And so I think that there could be, yeah, there could be just compromises that have to be made on how you guys sort of socialize. Maybe person B, yeah, it gives me vibes, maybe person B is more, you know, person B could be the type of person to want to go to a bar every now and then, and person A is like, oh my god, I don't like the bar. But, you know, they compromise and they go every other week or something. And then they also compromise because maybe person A likes to go to, like, improv, and person B does not really like improv. But they compromise and they go every other week, just like how they compromised for person B. So, yeah, there's, like, you guys have to, you know, there are obstacles, definitely, but there's also a lot of joy to be had, like, right beyond the obstacles, you know? You guys, person B goes to improv with person A, and they actually have a great time, you know? Person A goes to wherever I said they were going to go with person B, and they have a good time. You know, there's no ill will, there's no bad feelings, it's good compromise. It's, with the Three of Cups, it's fun compromise. You guys have fun in the way that you guys want to have fun, but I think that those ways are different. Yeah. And then we also have Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles. So that's funny that we have Seven Pentacles tier 2. So yeah, Seven of Pentacles. It says, did you know they turn off half of their brains at a time? He said matter-of-factly, all dolphins do. The efficiency. It's like they know there's still work to be done. When you gotta rest, you gotta rest. Yeah, so I think that you guys enjoy spending quality time together. You guys enjoy, you know, doing your hobbies, and because you guys enjoy doing your hobbies with the other person because you like sharing that joy that you have with the other, but you guys also love spending quality time together, doing the things that you guys both love to do. I think that you guys do have some hobbies or some things that you guys like to do together that you both really enjoy doing just the two of you, you know? Maybe you guys both really like board games. Maybe there's a TV show you guys both really like to watch and you'll watch it together. Maybe you both really like to cook, or you both really like to you know, go out to eat or something. But there's some activity that you guys will enjoy together that you will do consistently together, and it will be sort of like a little ritual that will bring you guys closer together. But you guys will also have that nice balance of, you know, going out and doing the actual activities that the other likes, you know, that a lot of the time they'll probably, you know, involve other people. But then, you know, going to an improv class, or an improv routine, whatever it's called, performance, I don't know. But yeah, you'll also have things that you like to do just with this person, and I think they may be a lot of home-based things, and I'm getting that's probably because of person A. I'm getting person A is probably a little bit of a homebody, and so I feel like person A probably, I feel like person B is too, though, you know, they did have that introvert energy, but I think that person A, how much person A is a homebody inspires, like really brings out the homebody in person B, and so together you guys will have like a very, very nice, comfy home together, and you guys will probably do a lot of things at home, indoors, a lot of cozy things together. You guys will have like activities you like to do outside of the house that will probably be like individual interests of your own, but I think that there are a lot of things that you guys will do together that are home-based. Alright, let's see, we'll put that, we'll put these right here. So next let's get some things about, your physical life, So pile B's physical life, their physical connection. What's pile B's physical connection like? Pile B's, pile 2's. Oh my god, the tower, you guys, groundbreaking. Oh my god, cheesy as hell, but I love it. Groundbreaking, that's what your physical connection is gonna be. You guys are gonna rock each other's world. It's gonna be so funny. I feel like person A specifically, person A has, their energy is just very timid. It's giving me like petite vibes, but they're a strong person, you know, they're a force to be reckoned with. They're the moon. They're, you know, they have a lot of depths to them, a lot of complexities to them, but they also, just simply put, they they're like, their presence is just a little bit more soft-spoken, so it feels smaller than person B's. And so I feel like that is going to sort of, that energy is going to translate into the bedroom. And so I feel like it's functionally going to be sort of centered around person A. I feel like a lot of the bedroom stuff. But I think that there's going to be a lot of, you know, mutual pleasure and stuff. But I think that because I think that there's going to be a dynamic of person B just really wanting to be like, you know, the stereotypical divine masculine protector, giver energy, and then person A is going to be sort of, they're going to very much, you know, enjoy sort of sinking into the role of like the receiver of, you know, the divine feminine. Even though I feel like person A has a pretty balanced, you know, feminine, masculine energy, I feel like in the bedroom, the dynamic is going to be that, you know, they're like the feminine and person B is the masculine, just because I think person B is going to be very focused on pleasing person A. And yeah, I think that that sort of, let me tell you, I think that what's going to also really sort of turn you guys on about your connection is how, you know, the energy, I feel like the energy of your connection just normally is like person B sort of very much, you know, being kind and open-hearted and empathetic and, you know, sweet as Leos are to person A. And then person A is a little bit of, you know, an ice queen, a little bit of a cold person who, you know, maybe they take a little bit to warm up to people, but then person B, you know, they're pretty quick to warm up to people, but maybe, maybe they're a little anxious themselves though as well. But you know, normally the dynamic in normal life, the dynamic is, you know, it's pretty friendly, pretty jovial, pretty sweet, your daily life dynamic. But then in the bedroom, it's going to be very, very intense. Maybe for some of you, it'll be very freaky, but I think regardless, for all of you, it will be very intense. And I think that that's going to be, it's going to very much turn you on, because I think that your relationship itself is pretty tame, or it feels pretty tame, you know? You guys are very, you love each other, you bicker a little bit, you have good times, you laugh, person B is sweet, person A is a little standoffish, but then in the bedroom, it's like you guys just like connect like incredibly, and it's, you know, person B just like acts like, you know, a hard dominant, and person A is just like, you know, randomly like super feminine and submissive. And it's just, I think that you guys are going to switch up energies in the bedroom compared to like your daily life, like how the energy that you have like just normally as a person in your relationship is going to be very different from the energy that you guys both bring to the bedroom, which is nice and exciting. So let's see, now let's talk about the physical relationship for pile 2. The Hermit. You guys are going to be like holed up together with each other. You guys are going to, have a lot of sex in your home. You guys are homebodies. I think that, you know, sex is also probably something that you guys will do together to bring you guys closer together. I think that there may be, you know, you could think of it as like an event. You guys could honestly take what resonates. You guys could be that couple that like actually, you know, plans like date nights around like, you know, I don't know, like maybe like a sexual scenario or role playing that you guys make up. I think that you guys, you may make an event out of sex sometimes, or out of intimacy, where it's like actually something that you guys plan and look forward to and put thought into. You guys actually like, maybe you convene beforehand and you're like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how we're going to do it. But I think that there's a lot of thought put into it, and because there's going to be, you know, you will have very, you know, long rounds sometimes, you know, you guys will be very much, but because it's sort of going to be like an experience, you know, it's going to be like, oh, what are you going to do this weekend? Oh, well, we're going to have like really great sex on Saturday, and then it's going to be like, you know, a whole day event or like a half day event. But just because it's like, you know, the entire day you guys sort of pre-planned and centered around like just sort of building up the mood, and then finally like letting it all go, letting it release sexually. So you guys, it's a fun energy. It's a very fun energy. It's definitely unexpected. I think that people close to you would be very they would not expect you guys to probably have the bedroom life that you guys do. Let's get one more card for we got the Wheel of Fortune. Tectonic plates shifting, unexpected money found inside an old coat pocket. We're trained to slice our lives into neatly organized scheduled compartments, but don't forget to leave space for magic. Okay, honestly guys, I'm getting that person A could be very spiritual potentially. Person B could be as well, but I think that person A, just with the moon energy, it's giving me just a very sort of naturally intuitive person vibe. And so I think that honestly, by the sex that you guys have, person A may be able to sort of like use the sexual energy to like manifest things for themselves, but also person B. Yeah, I think that you guys, with the Wheel of Fortune, I think that you guys are actually able to, like, you know, having sex actually, like, is almost like a good luck charm for you guys in a way. But I think that it also just, it does bring you guys together, you know? You guys do have a lot of little tiny arguments, maybe, throughout the day, or not even arguments, but maybe, you know, in your daily life, you guys are just sort of different people, and so you guys do need to learn gradually over time, you know, the little ways in which the other person is different. And so maybe sometimes, you know, just with daily life, you get a little too wrapped up in that and it disconnects you. I think that sex is something that can really help bring you guys back together and to help sort of remind you why you guys fell in love with each other in the first place. And I think that it is because you guys are deeply loyal people, and you are also both very emotionally complex, you know? And I think that you guys are also a little bit drawn by each other's differences. You know, I think that person A thinks that it's kind of hot how person B is sort of just always, you know, on the go, and how they're able to, or they're not really always on the go, but they're just able to, you know, connect and talk to other people, and how there's sort of more of like a presence, more of an outspoken presence. And person B likes how person A is sort of flies under the radar and is like an unassuming baddie. But okay, let's get some cards now about your love languages. So let's get some cards for person A's love languages. For person A's love language, we have the Fool. Okay, so person A likes to be spontaneous. Person A, which is funny because they're so, okay, so I guess that's what it is. I was going to say it's funny that they're spontaneous because they seem to be such like sort of a not a cold energy, but person A does seem to be just sort of, you know, timid, not really wanting to rock the boat. So I wouldn't have expected them to really want to do a lot of spontaneous things. But I think that in this relationship, I think that they like planning things, you know, for person B. I think that person B does give me a little bit of a puppy dog, golden retriever energy, you know. There's someone that's really eager to experience things and to experience people and connections. And I think person A does sort of find that endearing and endurable because that person A does not really relate to that energy much. And so I think that person A likes to, you know, get little surprises that they know will just like work person B up and get them super excited. So not even anything big, but, you know, maybe person A, person B wanted to like go to an event during the day, but person A was working, and so person B was like, oh, fine, I'll go alone. It won't be as fun, but I know you're working. And then like person A just like takes off work to surprise them there, and person B is like, oh my god, that's the nicest thing ever, that's so sweet of you. And, you know, person A will like to do just any little thing that they know will sort of like work up person B, because person A does really like sort of like the childlike energy of person B. Even though, you know, we don't have the actual tarot sun card, we only have the drawing down the sun card and strength, it is giving me the vibe of like the childlike energy from the traditional sun card. Let's get some other card about person A's love languages. Person A's love language. King of Wands. Yeah, so they're person A is a very deeply like respectable, commendable person. Person A is someone who I feel like they know what they want in life, and they know their boundaries, and they're willing to get it, and they know that they've put in the hard work to get these things, but they're not willing to compromise any way. And then it's like person A meets person B, and they're like, oh my gosh, okay, I don't have to compromise anymore. I have person B. And so then person A just, that opens up person A to just sort of be willing to give their all to person B, with King of Wands, the Fool and King of Wands. The Fool is like, I will follow you into any new beginning. I will start any new beginning with you. I trust you wholeheartedly. And then the King of Wands is like, I will make, we will make everything together. We will put in hard work and thoughts and time and commitment, and we will create something together from this new start. And so person A, they've become devoted to person B, I think, in a way that maybe person A wouldn't have expected. And because of that, person A very much, they will sort of act in a devoted way. I'm getting the vibe, honestly, that person A, even though person B seems to be a little bit more of like the affectionate, in your face person in the relationship, I think person A is going to be a nurturer towards person B. And person A probably is not a nurturer towards like many other people at all, but I think they're going to be a nurturer towards person B. They're going to be like, did you eat any soup today? Or like, oh, you're feeling sick, do you want me to make you some soup? Or, I think that they're gonna want to do things to help person B. They'll be like, when was the last time you got a doctor's appointment? Or they're gonna be like, oh, you look stressed, like, are you stressed? Like, I think you should take a bath. Let's take a bath today. I think person A is just going to do, it does feel like a lot of the ways in which person A will express love through their love languages will be small. I'm not getting a lot of like, they will make extravagant gifts and plan elaborate surprises. It's giving me more of the energy of just the small daily little things that they will do to sort of enhance their connection with person B and to make person B's life a little bit brighter and to make them smile, because person A loves person B's smile and thinks it's adorable. And so I think that, yeah, person A will just, maybe there is like an expensive pair of shoes person B wants and person A does buy them for them. But, I feel like most of the time it's going to be like, person B was just talking about how they were craving cupcakes, and so person A, went to the grocery store and got them cupcakes and surprised them with it when they got home. It's giving me a lot of just like small little everyday acts of service and like surprises. 5 of Coins, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so I think this tells me, I think that person A is going to be very communicative with person B. I think that they're going to be, so they like to plan surprises, but I think that they're also very intuitive, and so they know that they don't really want to plan the elaborate surprises because they don't want to have to keep huge things from person B, because they know they'll be able to pick up that person B is picking up on something, and they won't want to put person B through that. And so I think that person A is going to be very aware of person B's sort of insecurities from the past, and person A is going to very much, try their best to adjust their little, just the little things that they do that could potentially push person B away even just a little bit, Maybe person B was cheated on in the past, and so they get jealous when person A hangs out with someone, but they also know that jealousy doesn't look good and they trust person A. But maybe person A is probably going to be super communicative and clear and vocal about when they're hanging out with that person and what they're doing with that person to person B, so that person B, just to ease their mind, just to make it easier for them, not because person B is like being a toxic, controlling partner, but because they just want to they don't want person B to feel jealous. So let's get some of person B's love languages. How does person B show love? We have, the High Priestess. So if person B tries to do that same thing back to you, they try to read your mind, they try to read person A's mind, they try to guess what it is person A is wanting, and honestly, for a lot of the times, this is giving me the vibe of someone who, maybe they take shots in the dark of what they think person A would like, and it's like good intended, but maybe it's not always the best thing, this is giving me, maybe they see like a really cool like kitchen appliance on TV, and they're like, this is going to be the perfect birthday gift for person A, and they're like, oh my god, this is absolutely perfect, and then they give it to person A, and person A is like, oh, I don't care about this in the slightest, I do not need this in my life at all, and but person, like, they're gonna think it's adorable that they tried and that they were that excited about it. I think that they'll be able to tell. I think that that's another thing that'll lead to the 9 of Wands. I think that, person B will be able to tell that person A doesn't really like it so much, and they'll be ever so slightly offended, but they'll bring it back because they know that they get a little excited about gifts, and maybe they have a different taste in gifts than other people do. And they respect that, but they try their best, and it's adorable. But yeah, I think that they try to do things for you. They try to it's like a similar way. I think that they try to almost match what person A does, where they try to do little surprises, but I feel like for some reason I'm getting the vibe that they may just do it a little bit wrong sometimes, This is the vibe of they thought that you said you were craving cupcakes, so they were like, babe, check in the fridge. And then person A looks and they're like, why'd you get cookies? Or person A is just like, oh, there are cookies in there, cool. And then person B is like, surprise, I knew you said you were craving them. And then person A is like, no, I said I was craving ice cream, but that's okay, thanks so much. It's just, it's gonna be little cute things like that, they're gonna really try their best. Temperance, yeah, so I think that they know that they're a little bit more of a presence than you are. I think that this is gonna be the vibe, maybe than you are, person A is. Maybe a lot of you are person A, but I think that person B, maybe there's some, hyperactivity going on in there, because it's giving me the vibe that I think that they know they're a little much, especially compared to you, and so they're sort of actively putting in some work to dial it down in some ways. Again, the message before with the PDA, maybe they're the type to really be into that, and they'd be holding your hand constantly in public, and maybe they know that you're not that into that, and so they do put in conscious efforts of dialing that down, and I think it does have with your comfort in mind, and so I think that they really do try to or person A's comfort in mind. I think person B really does try to mediate or moderate how they act to make person A more comfortable, because they know that they are different. Let's see, how else? Person B's love language. Alright, we have the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles. Yeah, person B is gonna be once again, oh my god, sorry you guys. Sorry for whoever just doesn't like this message. If you don't like this message, this person does not have the bad intentions at all, but once again, just the phrase shot in the dark comes to mind. This is the vibe. They're gonna try so hard to just shower person A in whatever they think would make person A happy, but it really gives me the vibe of they just do it a little bit wrong sometimes, and I think maybe person A has a certain type of style, and maybe it's a very eclectic style, so maybe person A is really loves funky patterns, and maybe there are some funky patterns that person A loves, and there are others that they hate, and maybe person B will try to find funky patterned hats for person A, but they'll get them a funky pattern that person A just actually hates, and they're like, oh god. And it's like, they really try so hard, you know? 10 of Pentacles, they put in all their freaking pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, they put in all their pentacles. But, like, just sometimes they do come up short. Just, you know, just because, for no one's fault, you know? It's stuff like clothing can be really hard to guess sometimes for people to like, and this person is, but the thing is, this person is just like so confident about it. They're like, man, I know person A so well, they're gonna absolutely love this. And then person A is like, this is disgusting. And person B is like, alright, yeah, cool, okay, I get it, I respect that. Oh, that's so cute, that's so funny. But person B really is gonna, like, you know, they'll give person A things, they'll buy them things. If person A just has to, like, allude to anything that they like, and person B will get it, you know? If person A was just, like, you know, flippantly like, oh yeah, I like those jeans. Like, maybe, this is another funny thing that's coming through. Like, maybe person B is, like, browsing and trying to find a gift specifically for person A, and so they're like, oh, hey, like, how do you think of the jeans that this person is wearing? Like, I like them, what do you think? And maybe person A is like, oh yeah, those are cool, like, just as like a, oh, whatever sort of way. And then person B is like, oh my god, they love those jeans, I'm gonna buy them for them right now. And then they buy them for them and they gift them to person A, and person A is like, oh, jeans, thanks. And person B is like, surprise, it's the jeans you loved. And person A is like, okay, thanks so much. It's a cute energy, you guys, and I love it. Alright, but let's talk finally about how your friends or person A's friends and family sees person B, how person B's friends and family sees person A. Let's do it. How does person A's family see person B? How does person A's family see person B? How does person A's family see person B? Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. So they see them as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that's good. So I think that especially because person A is a little bit more on the reserved side, I think that they really see person B as like a go-getter. I think that maybe person A's family or friends, you know, maybe some of them had the tendency to step on person A's toes. And so maybe the people around person A were maybe a little bit more similar to person B. Maybe they were a little bit more outspoken. And so I think that the friends and family around person A may feel a little bit more resonance with person B than they may even feel with person A themselves. But that may be just some of them. But I think that, yeah, they're going to see a lot of potential in person B. They're going to really think that, you know, this is the person that we think you should end up with. And I think that they're also impressed by sort of like person B's depth, because it is the Queen of Pentacles, it's not the King of Pentacles, so there is, you know, there's a feminine, self-sufficient energy to it, and so I think that the friends and family of person A can sort of tell that person B, you know, they're a kind, empathetic, compassionate person, but because they've been through things in the past, I think that the family members can pick up on that. Six of Pentacles, yeah, so they see them as someone that both they want to give sort of like their familial love, extend an olive branch to, but also they see person B as someone who could really give person A like sort of the future that they always envisioned for person A. It's giving me the vibe of, yeah, like the family who said, oh, like, we always wanted our kid to be a doctor. We're so glad that they're marrying a doctor, you know? And maybe person B is a doctor. That's just a silly little example. But it gives me, like, person A's family has a lot of approval for person B for just sort of reasons, like almost like demographic reasons, you know? Reasons just, like, about who they are as a person on paper. But then I think that they meet them, like, in real life, and they understand that they actually do have, like, they have a lot to offer, you know, emotionally to person A, and that, you know, even though person A and person B are different, they still are very similar in their just emotional depth. So how else does person A's family and friends see person B? 10 of Cups, yeah, they see them as their ultimate fulfillment for person A. This is wonderful news. So there's incredible approval. Basically, the word approval just keeps coming to me. Of person A's friends and family of person B, they just immediately see them as like a beautiful potential opportunity. They see them as someone, maybe they even see them as someone that could like bring some sort of change that they want to see to person A's life. Maybe they want to see person A be a little more confident, a little more outspoken. Maybe they just want them to try more things and get out there more. And they see person B as, you know, the potential opportunity for person A to do that. So let's see, how does person B's family, friends and family, see person A? How does person B's family see person A? We have, the Eight of Wands. So I think that they see them as someone that they moved quickly with. So I think that there's an energy, because person A is a little more timid, maybe it takes them a little bit longer to form a connection with person B's family. I'm getting that person B is a pretty people person. So it was fairly natural, fairly organic when person B met person A's friends and family. I feel like when person A meets person B's friends and family, they'll probably be a little nervous, a little reserved, just because they're naturally reserved meeting new people, but especially new people or that are close friends and family of their significant other. I think they're going to be pretty nervous, and I think that person B's friends and family are going to they're not going to get to know person A so quickly or as quickly as they would like. And I think that because of that, they're going to sort of see and hear about how serious person B is about person A. And they're going to have some questions. They're going to be like, maybe person B doesn't really talk to their friends and family about their connections much, so they're going to be like, where did this come from? I didn't know, like, how are you guys getting engaged already, or how are you guys moving in already? I thought you guys, like, just met, or I didn't know you were this serious about each other. And they're going to be like, we barely even know them, like, you can't be getting married, we don't even know person A. Yeah, so another card for how person B's friends and family see person A. We have the Tower. So they see them as, I think that they do sort of realize that person B is going to go all in with person A very quickly. And I think that they accept it, but they also know that it's a big step, and they feel it's hasty, you know? I think that there could be some sort of haste of your relationship. Maybe you guys move in quickly, maybe you guys get engaged quickly, but it could also just be maybe, person B's friends and family just feel like they don't get to know you well enough by the time that a big milestone comes around for your guys' relationship. And so I think that they're very taken aback by that, but they're recognizing that you're sort of going to be the end-all be-all for this person, for person B. They're recognizing that person A is going to be the end-all be-all for person B. And I think they're also sort of, I think that soon after person B introduces person A to their friends and family, person B is going to tell their friends and family how serious they are. Their friends and family are going to be like, whoa, that's quick. But I think by the way that person B talks about them, I think that the friends and family are going to really know that, like, person B is serious about this. Person B intends to action everything that they say they're going to. They intend, they don't just bring person A home to the family reunion just to meet everyone and then leave. No, they're bringing them back because, they have plans to propose to them in a few months, and so they tell their friends and family when they're there at the family reunion. And we have the Hierophant. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They know that they're going to be, that person A is going to be it for person B, and they accept that, but I think it's going to be a little hard to accept it. I think that person B is sort of like, you know, maybe they're like a mama's boy, maybe they're just like a daddy's boy, or a daddy, I don't know, daddy's girl, something like that. They're just like, they're a parent's child. They may, I don't know, I think that it could just be really hard for the friends and family to grapple with the transition of person B coming into a committed relationship with someone. And I think that it could have to do with how close person B is to these friends and family, and how these friends and family just simply have never thought that person B was this serious about anyone before in the past. And I think that they can sort of notice the change in the voice when person B is speaking about person A versus when they've spoken about anyone else before. And so I think that that's something that the friends and family of person B come to learn fairly quickly and respect. I think that they're a little preoccupied with the haste, but I think that, you know, they're only preoccupied with the haste because they feel like they don't know person A well enough. And then once person A feels comfortable enough to open up a little bit more to them, I think that then, you know, they sort of start to, person B's friends and family see what person B sees in person A. They see that for themselves. But alright, pile number 2, I'm going to leave it here, you guys. I hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, please subscribe. You literally have to if you made it all the way to the end of your reading right here, like after an hour. Like, literally you have to subscribe, or what is the point of being here? But, alright, I hope you guys have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this. Bye! Hey, pile number 3, if you guys choose this little painting, this will be your reading all about your relationship with your future spouse. So first, let's get into person A and person B's energy. So person A's energy is represented by Hecate's path, cycle of life, night magic, crossroads, and letting go. And person B's energy is represented by songbirds, Hexbreaker, sound healing, final goodbye, release. So these 2 cards that came out, they're so similar to me. They have such a similar energy, such a complementary energy. And also, you know, because they're so purple, they're so deeply purple, both of them, it does give me very spiritual energy, very spiritual vibe. Honestly, what was coming to mind is I feel like person A is like, oh my gosh, what is her name? Morticia Gomez, and person B is like, her husband, whatever Gomez, from the Addams family, or Gomez, no, Morticia Addams and Gomez Addams, oh my god, his first name is Gomez, okay, yeah. But, so, you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Addams family, but yeah, it's like, they're 2 very, you know, sexy, beautiful, sultry, spooky people. They just give me, like, scorpionic, spiritual vibes, though, and I feel like person A and person B both have that energy. You guys both just really do have such, like, a sultry, seductive presence, an alluring presence to just people in general. I feel like everyone, especially to each other though, but I feel like, you know, both of you guys are very, very mysterious to people, even if you don't, you know, depending on whether or not you actually do have any secrets or anything that you're mysterious about. I feel like people just really see you and they want to know more about you guys, both of you. So your connecting energy, we have sylphs, peace, agent of change, impact, importance. Yeah, so for me, agent of change, impact, importance. I feel like you guys are both very important people. I feel like you guys both have a very intense energy about you. I feel like you guys could both very much be deep into spirituality. You could be very intuitive. You could just have a really deep sense of self and sense of purpose, and a sort of, you know, underlying things like that is sort of a spiritual energy. So that may be what I'm picking up on. But I feel like both of you guys have very sort of strong life paths and strong moral compasses that guide you, and sort of influence your decisions. I think that you guys both, even if, you know, one of you calls it, you know, a gut instinct, I think that you guys are both very intuitive and both very much listen to your intuition. So we'll go on with person A. Person A's energy. We have the 9 of Coins, which was, of course, that came out. And then we have the Tower. And we have the 9 of Cups. So I think it was so interesting how the 9 of Coins and the 9 of Cups came out. Person A is, they give me the vibes of someone who is in life to enjoy things and to experience things. I think that they're someone who, they just seem to have such a healthy attachment to experiences. I feel like person A is someone who, you know, they have a self-sufficient energy. They know what they want for themselves and they'll work hard towards that. And then they'll also know, you know, when they want connections, when they want people. They'll know absolutely everything that they want. They'll know that sometimes they're in the mood for friends with benefit, and that's what they'll seek out. And then they'll recognize sometimes they want to just date around and, you know, actually try and seek out a romantic connection. But maybe they aren't, you know, in the mood for anything committed. But then later they feel like they are in the mood for, you know, something committed. And, you know, not to say that this is a flighty person at all, but this is just someone who absolutely knows, you know, what they want and what they can handle at any given time. This is not someone who just, you know, fawns and looks for and hopes for a romantic connection to fill some void that they have. This is someone who will think thoughtfully, like reflect on like, I'm really wanting like a partner right now. Oh, but now I'm realizing it's actually just because I'm lonely. How about I just go spend time with my friends now instead? You know, this is someone who will actually think about why they're seeking out things, and then they'll consciously try to redirect themselves into something that they think is healthier. This is someone who, you know, they are their number one supporter, their number one fan, and their number one motivator. They know it's a very healthy energy. You know, this is someone who makes things for themselves and they don't have many regrets in life because they go after things. Look at the energy of this card. This person is just sort of like reaching through the moon into the sky, very much ready to sort of conquer anything put in their path. Cycle of life, night magic, crossroads, letting go. This person A is, they're willing to let go of the things that they come across because they are sort of permanently looking upwards towards the sky to look towards what they can ascend towards. They're not really satisfied with what they have. I feel like person A is sort of always in like a seeker obtaining mode, just because I think that they're, you know, they're in life for fun, for a good time. I think that they, you know, 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles, 2 9s, you know, 9 is a wonderful energy because it's about fulfillment, but sort of self-fulfillment. This person A, has reached self-fulfillment. You know, they have their bag, they have the career that they've envisioned for themselves. 9 of Cups, they have like the you know, friendships in their life, the family connections, and I think that, you know, even their dating life has been fairly, you know, maybe not for all of them it's been healthy, especially with, you know, the Tower there. This person has experienced obstacles. They've had to let go of things. But I think this person has been just, their energy isn't that tethered down with what they've had to let go of because they've been so motivated by what they're moving towards. So they're not really bogged down by thinking about what they had to let go of to go towards that thing, because they're too preoccupied with looking towards the future and they're so excited for like the next step. So I think this is someone who, even if they did have a bad breakup with someone, I think that this is someone who was sort of excited to re-enter singleness and experience that again. And so they were upset that they had to break up with their, you know, maybe their long-term partner, but they're excited to finally be single again and date around and just, you know, play the field and see what's up with everyone. You know, they're excited to the new chapter of their life, you know, without a toxic significant other. So they're not going to be they're going to be upset that the relationship ended, but they're also going to balance that upsetness out with excitement for the future, because, you know, this Tower is a very tame Tower card. The Tower is still erect, and so it tells me that these things were not like violent endings out of their control. These are things that this person, it's gonna be like manic pixie dream girl vibe, you know? This person like just consciously is like flitting through life, like experiencing fun things, trying to make things work, but then if they don't, she's not going to, you know, dwell too much in it. They'll leave it be and they'll move on to the next thing. Let's get person B's energy. Person B, we have 10 of Swords, and then we have the 4 of Cups, and then we also had the 2 of Coins, the 2 of Pentacles. So this is so beautiful, because honestly what I was getting from the 10 of Swords, so that I think that person B has been, you know how I've said person A is very much, you know, in the energy of experiencing things in life. They're a go-getter, they know what they want and they get what they want. They're, you know, I think that they could be an ambivert, you know, they have a healthy mix of, you know, going out, socializing, but also going back inside, you know, making their bag, focusing on their own, you know, hobbies that they enjoy for themselves. And then I'm getting person B, I think person B has been a little more scorned, or they've been a little more hurt by things in the past, you know? I feel like person B has, they're more of, they have an energy more of sitting back now and observing their surroundings to see if there's anything worth stepping towards, because I think that they do have a little bit of an exhausted 10 of Swords energy. I think that they've been a little fed up with probably romantic connections specifically in the past. I think that they've just been conserving their energy recently. I think that they may have been just fed up with life in general. Maybe a job's been very consuming for them, maybe a friendship has been, maybe there's a family situation. I think that there's just an energy that they've been in recently of just being very cognizant of what and where they put their energy towards, and how much of their energy they put towards it. And I think that that's something that's also very exciting about your relationship, because I think that they see you as sort of the potential to finally settle down and put all their eggs in one basket. Whereas I feel like before they had to be a lot more reserved, a lot more, you know, timid and thoughtful about, you know, where they expend their energy. I think that they were just sort of, you know, playing out the field, seeing all the energies of the people around them, waiting for someone to sort of show or prove themselves to be the person that they're looking for. And then when that cup is given to them, then they'll step towards it. But if it's just an empty cup, or a cup filled, you know, maybe with someone who just has even one criteria off, this person's not going to step towards them. They'll stay laid back and reserved. This person is giving me a little bit more of, honestly, it's also giving me a little bit of like Christian Grey, you know, just like in demeanor from 50 Shades of Grey. I was literally about to say from Grey's Anatomy. Nope, that is wrong. Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey. But, you know, just how he was sort of like brooding, and he wasn't soft-spoken, but he was just, he wouldn't speak so much to people. He would be very reserved about what he said. He would be very thoughtful. When he spoke very consciously. He was not really just like willy-nilly making silly little goofy remarks to get a laugh, you know. They speak with intention, and I feel like that's what this person is, or at least probably maybe in the situation in which you meet them, at least that's the approach that they take to dating. They take an approach where they'd sooner sit back and do less talking, maybe ask some questions, but let person A do more of the talking, so they can sort of suss out who they are. And then I think, but you know, person A proves themselves to be exactly who person B wants. That message was also coming out, you know, with the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. I get that these cards are also just the feeling, like they're conveying to me the feeling of relief that person B is going to feel when they finally have person A, when they finally meet them. It is going, honestly, you guys may connect to the term like twin flame or anything, because it's giving me sort of that energy of the intensity of the first meeting. I feel like person B is going to just sort of lay eyes on person A and sort of realize that there's something a little bit different about them and about the chemistry that they're going to have. Not to say it's love at first sight, maybe for some it is, but I think it's more so like a knowing of importance at first sight. With Two of Coins, I think that person B, yeah, they've been someone who's had to sort of juggle their emotional intensity with the reality of what's in front of them and the people that are in front of them. They have a lot of emotions built up inside them. They want to give their cup of love to someone. They want to have a connection. They've been sitting back, being a wallflower, observing other people, trying to wait for their perfect match. Because they have been waiting to sort of give their all to that person. They've been waiting to become fully enmeshed and devoted and obsessed with this person. It is giving me, this relationship is giving me a lot of like scorpionic obsession, you know? Like almost like you guys are each other's vices. And like this relationship is going to be a healthy one, but I think that it's just, that's going to be sort of like how enticing you guys are going to be to each other compared to how other people have been to you. Especially with person B, I feel like person B just really like, the people that they have encountered have been just, honestly, like no offense to them, they've been so inferior when it comes to what they want compared to person A. Like person B is going to have little to no problem like proclaiming like, yep, person A is my person, I want to spend the rest of my life with them, like maybe like a month into dating, or maybe like literally like 2 weeks into dating. Yeah. Sip some water. But yeah, person B has been waiting for someone that they can give something to, but they just haven't felt the person that's right. It's not that they've had people who are obviously wrong. Maybe they've dated around even, they've tried to give chances, but they just haven't felt definitely right about someone. But all right, let's get some cards about your daily life with each other and your relationship. Your daily life with your future spouse. What's your relationship like in your daily life? So you guys, yeah, you guys are very important to each other. You guys sort of like give each other everything. You like, you know, bodies and soul. You guys become like enmeshed with one another. You guys become like extensions of the other. Okay, let's move these over here. So let's get daily life with your future spouse. Daily life with pile 1, pile 3, 2, 3. Oh my god. Pile 3 is future spouse. Oh my god, you guys. Alright, daily life with pile 3 is future spouse. I'm so sorry. Alright. Ooh, that one flipped out. And it's under the table, and I'm gonna have to use my toe to get it. Alright, I got it. Ooh, we have the world. Daily life with your future spouse. I think that you guys could like quite literally travel places, you know, travel the world. But I mean, daily life, I think that daily life, okay, completion. Just like the amount of circles that are present in your reading. We have a circle there, we have a semicircle there, a crescent moon there, and then we have a circle for the world right there. I think that just daily life, you guys are going to be so aware, so cognizant of how important this connection is to you, how much you guys like truly need and want and rely on each other, and not in like a codependent way, but I think that this other person, you know, for both of you, person A and person B, this other person is just sort of everything that you had been hoping that someone was in a romantic partner in the past. I think that so, you know, you guys, like, for person B, it's that they've been looking for a person with as rich of a mind and a soul as they have. Someone who can match them on that mental level. And for person A, I think that it's someone who can sort of keep up with them, because person A is sort of such a go-getter. They're ever like ascending into the clouds, into the heavens. They just keep sort of, you know, they keep obtaining pentacles and then going out and getting more. They keep obtaining things in general. They have, you know, the 9 of Cups too. They keep obtaining cups and emotions and experiences, but then they're going out and they're getting more. And they're just looking for someone who can be sort of spontaneous and exciting in the way that they need them to be. And I think that you guys just sort of perfectly complete absolutely everything that the other wanted, like total package type vibes. Like, you know, I think that you guys are both so like conventionally attractive, and I think that you guys are exactly the other's type, and I think that you guys look so good together. This gives me the vibe of like, maybe it's like, you know, you're alt rock couple or something, or like your goth couple, but it's giving me the vibe that you guys like may have like similar style, you guys have a similar vibe, and you guys both like look so good in your vibe, and you guys especially look so good together, both in the same vibe. It's very hot, you guys. But yeah, I think that daily life, you guys just sort of, it's like an undercurrent, yeah, an undercurrent of importance. You guys sort of go out and do, I think you guys do sort of both have your own paths, you know? Twin flames never are just like sort of people who sit idly by. They're usually people with like big life path and life missions. And so I think that you guys both do sort of have your own like creative endeavors, hobbies, interests that you guys pursue, but I think, you know, this gives me the vibe of like the people who are doing both their same hobbies, but like, you know, right next to each other, you know, two people sitting on the same couch watching two different TV shows though, but because they're both obsessed with those TV shows, but they don't care for the other one that the other one's watching. So this is someone who like you guys both live separate lives from, but also your life is just naturally so intertwined with them. And so you guys, you know, you are different, you have your own interests, but you guys just sort of are so innately part of each other's lives. Yeah, it's like maybe you guys have just like completely different food you like to eat, but you guys still eat dinner together, but you guys like cook two completely separate dinners for each other. Or maybe there are even points where maybe this relationship like could be long distance, and you guys like, you know, you just like sort of Skype or FaceTime the entirety of you know, just like your morning routine or something, just like something very mundane. And then we also have the Three of Pentacles. So I think that you guys will be, you guys will do things together. I think that you guys will, I think that there will be activities that you like to do together. I think that you guys have individual stuff that you like to do on your own, but I think that the things that you like to do with other people, you are going to have this other person by your side, you know? I think that if, you know, person A, maybe this is one, this is something I'm getting, maybe person A likes to pole dance. I think person B would like walk them to the pole dancing class, like, you know, maybe walk around the streets, you know, during their class, and then wait for them, and then like bring them back, you know, they're like, you guys are going to both be very heavily involved in each other's lives, you know, to the extent that you're comfortable with, of course, but I feel like if you choose this pile, I feel like, you know, you're gonna want this energy. So if you don't like this energy, you may want to choose a different pile, because I feel like both person A and person B are going to be very infatuated with the other. You guys are going to be very obsessive about the other. You guys are going to want to become enmeshed with the other. But it will be, you know, it will be healthy. It will be healthy. Don't worry. And it'll be healthy also because, you know, you guys do have your own lives, your own interests, but you guys will also just like be so consistently devoted to making the other person a part of your life. Let's get one more card for daily life. Daily life, the pile 3's future spouse. We have the Wheel of Fortune, you guys. This came out for the last group too. So daily life, I think that daily life, you guys, yeah, you guys are just gonna feel so lucky. Like, you guys are going to be just like going to the grocery store, and then like, you know, this person, like maybe the other person just like, you know, they sing like some random, they see like a box of cereal, and then they start singing like the jingle from the box of cereal's advertisement, and you just look at them and you're like, oh, you're so special, I love you so much, how did I ever find you? You know, it's just little moments. I feel like both, like for both of you guys, person A and person B, you guys will see little moments throughout the day of just coexisting with this other person that will just like open your eyes to how much you absolutely adore them, you know, just little moments that will help you absolutely never take their energy for granted. You know, they're going to, maybe they just like, you know, they go to the grocery store and they pick up a pack of gum for you because they know you like gum, and they just like give it to you, and maybe they don't like say much about it. They're just like, oh, I picked this up for you because I know you like gum. And you're like, wow, that's actually so thoughtful. Like, very few people would do that, and I know that it's not much, but that is so thoughtful, and it means a lot to me, and I know that you do this because you know me so well and you want to make me happy, and I love you so much. You know, I think that it's like you guys will both just like have little instances that will just sort of make you guys snowball in your mind of like, oh my god, I love this person so much, they're so nice. But it'll be just like, you know, because they got you tomatoes when they know you ran out of tomatoes. And you guys could actually also like come into luck, especially like with the World card too. World and Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is another like cyclical, circular card. So I think that you guys, yeah, you guys could really, you guys could come into a lot of luck from, I think that your relationship is going to heal a lot of like your wounds together, honestly, like a lot of spiritual wounds, a lot of generational wounds. I'm getting this pile is probably the deeply spiritual pile because I'm getting both person A and person B are very, 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 very spiritual. And so I feel like this relationship, the love of this relationship, the purity of this relationship, the adoration of this relationship is really going to help you guys transcend a lot of generational curses, a lot of personal traumas between you guys. And I think in doing that, it's going to bring about a lot of luck for you guys. Maybe you guys will just feel, you know, better. Maybe, you know, during life before, maybe you'd be prone to some bouts of depression, and maybe after meeting this person, you literally just like feel better about life and yourself and everything. Maybe you guys just like, you know, start finding money on the ground. Maybe you start getting better career opportunities. But yeah. Alright, we're gonna get into your physical life now, you guys. So let's set some cards about the physical life between pile 3 and their future spouse. So the physical life, pile 3 and their future spouse. The physical life of pile 3 and their future spouse. So we have the 2 of Swords. Oh my god. So you guys, blindfolds. There are going to be blindfolds. You guys are going to use toys or just like objects, entities. I think that there are going to be some surprises. I think that you guys are going to like to tie each other up. I think that you guys are going to like to both do things to each other, you know? See how like both of these guys are like, you know, holding their swords up? I think that you guys are sort of going to both like to dominate the other sometimes, you know? I think that, take what resonates if you're really not into that at all, but I think that you're, you know, just like, it's going to be the vibes of like the hotness of this person, and you know, whichever one dominates. I feel like honestly, for most of you guys, I think that person B would be a little bit more of the dominant one, but I think that person A is going to like want to sort of like flip that back on person B, and like they'll have their time in the limelight of being dominant themselves. But I think that you guys may do it. 8 of Wands. You guys are going to do it a lot, very quickly, very spontaneously. I think that you guys may do it, I don't know, like for some reason I want to say you'll do it in the dark because of the 2 of Swords. But honestly, I feel like maybe you guys do it at nighttime, but maybe you guys like literally turn on the lights, because I feel like you guys are going to want to see each other. I feel like you guys are not the type to want to do it in the dark. I feel like you guys would really do it in the nighttime though, because I feel like honestly the nighttime is just like an aphrodisiac to you guys or something. I think that you guys are both such spiritual beings. I feel like in the nighttime it's just almost like a very seductive, sultry time for you guys. You guys get really freaky at night. But yeah, I think that you guys may want like maybe like red lights or something, you know, because I think that you guys are gonna want to see each other. I think that you guys could also like put up mirrors or something. But your sex life is going to be, your physical life is going to be very active. You guys are going to be, it's going to be very consistent, very healthy. I think that it may, you know, you may sort of find yourselves having sex very suddenly. So maybe person B just sort of comes up behind person A and kisses them, and then all of a sudden they're like on the floor of the kitchen, like getting ready to have sex. I think that it devolves very quickly, but I think that also you guys, you know, so it may go quick, you know, maybe you guys do have a lot of like quick little sex sessions because they come on very suddenly, but I think that also you guys will do like multiple rounds very frequently. Let's see, another card. One more card for the physical aspect of pile 3's relationship with their future space. With their future space. Alright, one more. I like accents, if you couldn't tell. Alright, we have the moon. Oh my god, that's so cool. I don't know if I've ever gotten the moon in this deck. So we have the moon. Oh my god, yeah, you guys are gonna love. I love that we have the candle too, because it's the moon, but then candlelight. You guys are totally gonna have sex at night, but like maybe even candles. Maybe you guys like lighting candles. This is giving me the vibe too. You guys could have like, you guys could try to do like sex magic spells. Like I think that's something that you guys would be into. I think that you guys are going to have like kinky hot sex where you guys just sort of like I think that you guys are gonna like play with like sensory aspects, you know. I think that you guys are really gonna enjoy that. Maybe you have some sex in water. Maybe you guys, you know, I think that you guys would enjoy you know, sex in the bathtub, in the water, or in the shower, in the pool, hot tub. I don't know if I already said hot tub. Bathtub. I think I said bathtub. But yeah, I think that you guys are going to like, I think that the sexual tension, like especially just in your physical life, I like in these moments, those small moments in your daily life where you guys just are like, oh my gosh, you got me gum because you know I love gum. Ugh, I fucking love you. Those moments are also going to turn you guys on immensely for this person. And so it feels like all throughout your daily life, you know, you like you live your life with this person at home, and all throughout the day you're just like getting little reminders of how much you love and adore this person and how much they care for you and are devoted to you, and that just like turns you on more and more throughout the day. And then at night you guys are just like both like so horny and in love with each other. You guys just like go at it behind closed doors. You know, this gives me the vibe of like you just go out in public and you guys just make like sexually tense eye contact all day until you're finally alone in private at home and free to just like go at it. Alright, let's look at now your love languages. So let's look at person A's love languages. Person A's love languages. Person A's love languages. So we have the Hierophant. They prove their devotion to you. I think that person A is going to want to prove their devotion to person B. So they're going to, I think that they would do things, you know, they'd be very vocal about where they want their relationship to go. I think that person A is someone, they know what they want and they're not afraid of getting what they want. And so I think person A is going to be very vocal, very verbal, very clear and communicative with person B about what they want out of this relationship and where they want it to go. So this person is going to provide a lot of clarity and a lot of loyalty to person B, and I think that the clarity that they provide is about how devoted they are. So person A is going to, you know, maybe soon after they date person B, they're like, you know, honestly, I want to be exclusive. I really like you. I think we should be exclusive. And that gives person B, you know, confidence and reassurance, because maybe person B also wanted to be exclusive, but maybe they were a little doubtful of whether or not that's what person A wanted. And then I think later down the line in the relationship, you know, when you guys have more of an established, you know, connection, when you guys are married or whatever, I think that they're going to want to do things with you, or person A is going to want to do things with person B to, you know, establish a deep loyal connection. So they're going to do things, this is funny, but you know, they're gonna do things, you know, like they're gonna want to invest in things with person B. They're gonna, they're gonna want to get a car together. They're gonna want to create like a vision for the future or a life together. Oh no, sorry guys, I totally like accidentally cut that off. But yeah, so this is someone they're gonna want to make a house. They're gonna want to make they're just gonna want to, they're going to sort of absorb person B into this intense, immaculate vision they have for themselves. How I said person A was like sort of eternally striving for the stars, very ambitious, knowing what they want. I think person A is going to then like sort of take person B with them in that. So person A is going to say, oh, I always wanted a house, but now I'm always going to I always want a house, or I'm going to get a house and I want one, but I want it with person B as well. Or maybe person A said, oh, I always wanted to move here, and then they're gonna, then they're gonna bring person B into that vision. They're gonna say, oh, I want to move here with person B as well. And, they're going to just sort of start to absorb person B into the long-term future that they have, or the long-term plan that they have for their future. And it's going to make person B feel like they're like going to be a stable part of person A's future. It's going to make them feel like person A has every intention of sticking around, like for the whole thing, regardless of anything that happens. Alright, let's get another card for person A's love language. Ooh, actually we already got one. We got the star. Yeah, so they're going to just treat person B like a star. I think that person B is such a hottie to person A. They're both hotties to each other, but I think person A is going to hype up person B. Like I'm getting, especially like during sex or intimacy, person A is just going to be like whispering in the ear like, you're so hot, like, oh my god, this is great, you're the best, how is this real? Person A is just going to be hyping up person B. And I'm feeling like also very, a lot of touch. I feel like person A may touch person B, like, especially during sex. Maybe person A like strokes person B's like face and they're like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. Or they say it honestly in like a very sultry way. They're like, oh, you're so beautiful. Let's get a love language for person A. One more card about the love language for person A. We have 2 cards, sure. We have 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords again. Yeah, so definitely sexual. Their sexual energy will be their love language. I think that person A would like totally be the type to surprise person B with sex. Like they'd come up behind them and like, tie their hands together and be like, all right, now you're coming with me to the bedroom. I think that they're going to try to be maybe a little spontaneous with things like sex. Yeah, they're like little surprises. Pupil of Coins, which is Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that they're going to, so that's definitely like an earth-based energy of giving something, but once again, I'm getting the energy mostly that they give reassurance, affirmation, and things like physical touch. I'm getting a lot of physical touch. Maybe they'll give some gifts, do some acts of service, but I feel like person A's love language is a lot more emotional based. It's a lot more rooted in sort of how to make person B like sort of like almost psychologically, emotionally, mentally feel better. But alright, let's get some love language cards for person B. Person B's love language. We have the Death card. So person B's love language is that they're not afraid to step on any toes to defend and protect person A. I think that person B is not afraid of burning any bridges. Person B will fiercely defend and protect person A with all of their might, all of their existence, all of their ability. We also have the Five of Pentacles, which wanted to come out before as well. So yeah, they're going to fiercely attack, honestly, anyone who tries to harm or spite person A. I think that person B is someone who waited so long to meet person A. They are not going to have sort of any patience for anyone who does not have the appreciation for person A that they do. It's like person A truly is the fantasy person to person B. Person B, like their whole life, has been dreaming of a person like person A, and the fact that they're real is like beyond belief for person B. And so person B cannot believe that there's anyone in this world who can screw over person A. And so they are going to, you know, use literally everything they have to, yeah, defend, protect, and also I'm getting, you know, for some of you, like vengeance, you know. So maybe this person would be the type to, you know, try to get back at people, or, you know, just not really get back at them, but this just gives me the energy of, you know, if they have a friend who's rude, if person B has a friend who's rude to person A, I feel like person B will like ruthlessly cut off that friend, and then will also like sort of get their mutual friends to cut them off too. You know, like person B is not afraid of dishing out the consequences that they think are deserved in a situation, especially when it comes to person A, because I feel like person B like can take so much, they can be so tempered when it comes to so many things and situations, but they cannot when it comes to person A. Their like tolerance, their patience will snap. They will say, no, you will not treat them like this, you will not make them feel this way, not if I'm here. Oh my gosh, we have the High Priestess. So, oh my gosh, I love that person A has the Hierophant and person B has the High Priestess for love languages. You guys are both going to just sort of, you guys are both going to want to prove your loyalty and devotion to the other. And I think that, so we have the phone here, so I think that there could also be a lot of communication from person B. I think that person B is also going to use a lot of words of affirmation to just confirm to person A how much they love them. I think that there's a lot of lovey-dovey energy, a lot of staring energy, where you guys may just sort of like sit in bed and stare at each other and wonder, how's the other real? I feel like person A will be very deliberate in vocalizing that, and they'll say like, wow, you're beautiful, how are you real? I feel like person B will maybe keep it inside their mind a little more, but then sort of those feelings will be very present. But then it's almost like whenever they do vocalize it, it's going to be that much more intense. So this gives me the energy, maybe person B doesn't so frequently use words of affirmation, but when they do, it almost is like a really intense little monologue where, you know, they don't always, maybe they, you know, they'll say they love you, but maybe you'll just always be like, or maybe person A will always be like, oh, you know, oh, person B, you're so hot. And maybe person B is like, oh, so are you, but person B never really like initiates it themselves. I feel like, you know, every now and then, like once, twice a month, person B is just going to like take person A aside and be like, I think you are the most spectacular person ever. I think you're so beautiful. Because person B is going to feel bad about only ever, you know, saying how awesome person A is after person A talks about how awesome person B is. They're gonna feel bad about it, but also they, you know, they're not nearly as confident with their words and vocalizing their feelings as person A is. But they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it for person A. They're gonna really, you know, prove their devotion to person A. I feel like they're gonna do acts of service as well. With this Death card especially, you know, this gives me the vibe of like a soldier going off to war. So yeah, I feel like for sure, a lot of acts of service, a lot of devoted energy. Yeah, but like the classic acts of service, you know. So give me the vibe of like, you know, they take your car to be serviced, or like they do all your dishes for you, they clean your toilet, they do some plumbing, you guys have like a loose, or person A has like a light bulb is out and person B will fix it. It's very like classic, like like almost like servant type energy. That's what person B is willing to be for person A. All right, but finally, let's look at how person A's family sees them and how person B's family sees them. So let's see first, person A. How does person A's family, friends and family, how does person A's friends and family see person B? How does their family see person B? How does person A's family see person B? How does person A's family? Ooh, the devil. So they see them as just someone who's very attractive. Maybe they see them as honestly someone who maybe can't be trusted a little bit at first. They just see them. Person A's family just sees person B as someone very attractive, has a lot going for them. They see them as someone who's very much, honestly, on an equal footing with person A. And I think that they know who person A is, and because of that, they just sort of, they know that person A has sort of, cycled through people and connections in the past. And so I feel like they may assume that person B has that energy actually now. This is giving me the vibe that maybe person A's family assumes, friends and family assumes at first that person B is a little bit of a player. Maybe they assume that they're not as loyal. Or, actually what I'm getting is, I'm getting that, they may think that they're just a little too obsessed. The devil is very much obsessive energy, and I think that just the level of obsession is going to, because this is giving me the vibe of like a twin flame or something, and so it's a very intense connection. And I think person A's friends and family can sort of tell the intensity of this connection, but I think it really confuses them because they're not used to person A having connections like that in their life, and it doesn't, maybe from the surface, it seems a little too good to be true, or maybe it just seems a little too fast to them, but it just gives me the vibe that I think person A's family is a little skeptical of the durability of this relationship. It feels like they think it's going to sort of just fizzle out, and I think that that's what they're sort of worried about. But then we have the High Priestess, so I think that they're worried it's going to fizzle out, but then because of the intense obsession between these people, they think that it couldn't be, genuine. But then I think that actually it is sort of very quickly proven to be. Maybe not so super duper quickly, but I think that, eventually, because the High Priestess was the second card right after the Devil, so I think that it's, they recognize the obsession, and at first they think the obsession and the intensity of this connection is a pipe dream and it couldn't be genuine, but then they sort of realize that it lasts and it endures, and so they say, oh, okay, I guess that they really are just literally like Romeo and Juliet or something. One more card for how pile A's friends and family sees pile B, or person B. Ace of Swords. So they see some of them as, it's gonna be the vibe that they see person B as someone who can actually break through to person A. I feel like person A was sort of someone who was always, lifting through the sky, transcending their environment around them, and never really slowing down and never being able to be tied down. And so no one's ever really able to reach them because they're sort of on their own path, floating up and up always. But I feel like person A's family sees person B as someone who can actually chase after them and sort of get them to stay still long enough to listen to some things. I think that person B or person A's family not only realizes person B is actually like an enduring energy in person A's life and someone who can be loyal and devoted to them, but they see them as someone who actually can balance them out in a healthier way by maybe grounding them in some ways that person A isn't so grounded. So maybe person A is a little so ambitious. Person A's family is a little worried about their groundedness, and they see that person B is actually someone who can, like, you know, there's someone who can actually talk on the same wavelength as person A. They can get through to them, you know. Maybe person A dismisses a lot of people, but person A respects person B so much that they will listen to them. Alright, let's get some cards for how person B's family sees person A. How person B's family sees person A. We have Six of Wands. Person B's family is like, we're so proud of you, person B. You finally found a person to spend the rest of your life with. They're going to be very happy for them. They're going to feel like they've been waiting for them to meet someone. They feel like person B deserves it. They hear how person B talks about person A. They think they deserve it. They think person A is cool, the crowning achievement. King of Swords. So we have the King of Swords, which is interesting because we have the Ace of Swords here. So I think that they see person A, so sort of like the converse of how person B's family saw person A. I think that person B's family sees person A as someone who can push person B's boundaries. Maybe person B is someone who a little bit likes to be in the comfort zone. Maybe not so much in the comfort zone, but maybe they're just someone, you know, they are a little bit more of a reserved Christian Grey energy. So maybe they are just, maybe they don't let loose so easily. I feel like person A, you know, look at them transcending the cosmos. They let loose. They know how to let loose. I think that person B's family sees person A as the opportunity for person B to experience all of the little mundane joys of life that maybe person B felt they were too above or too good for before. But then, you know, they see person A being a fun little, you know, adult child, and they say, oh my gosh, hopefully they'll help influence and inspire person B to be that way as well. So both of their families see something in the other person that can help, you know, their friend or family member sort of embody more of their self. So we also have the Ten of Coins, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, person B's family sees person A as like just the ultimate fulfillment, the ultimate wish fulfillment. Just the person that they can build a foundation with and then obtain everything that they've wanted out of life with them. Person B's family sees person A as a life partner for person B. They see person A as someone that person B can share the rest of their life with, and someone that they can share the rest of their life with too. You know, person B's friends and family sees person A as someone who can actually be part of their friend, part of their family. They see person A as the potential to be an extension of their community, and someone who is in a lot of ways already an extension of their community by the time, you know, they know them well enough. I think that person B's friend and family, I think that they're very excited very quickly about person A. I think that very soon they advocate for person A, and I think that they let their approval known to person B, and I think that they help person B. You know, I think person B already knows how lucky they are with person A, but I think, you know, the approval and the support that person B gets from their friends and family just helps person B be that much more confident in person A being the one true love for them. And I think that helps them, you know, it pushes them probably to, you know, maybe they propose soon, maybe they ask to move in with person A soon. But I think that, you know, the support, I'm getting that energy, the message for some of you, that specifically the support from the friends and family of person B helps push person B to introduce a milestone to the relationship before person A would introduce it, which is interesting because normally it seems like person A is the one who really is very vocal about reaching new milestones in the relationship. But alright, pile number 3, I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that super long reading. If you made it to the end, please subscribe, because if you made it to the end of this super long reading, the rule is actually that you just do have to subscribe, because that's just how YouTube works. If you don't, then you'll get banned. That's a joke. Don't take that seriously. I'm joking. I'm really funny and I'm joking. But I hope this resonates. And I hope you guys have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.